nti o se me sign konti nyame ya doma me free ha na ochina na ya decide jumadi ne so ahyehyɛ so ewia na just ye bronya no ya chance wata no nti tan na for me no more trans bronya you from ochina 20th ne sa akwasi about best 5th January.
Okay.
And sana my free. So
would they ekofa ho no my line up no mame can we say me kata say usually say wo kan obi echi asempa aya wonte say ye kan eye MP a ne na ye ntientia e wo ne kroma o ye so na wo ko dada a oni omko go bi ho no bi onya position bi a wa fe na as a position e didn't for say onwuma nyina adoso. But let me tell you say omanfo a wo mo ta no not say said de wani si ku wo mo ho ene said de wusi ben wo mo na wo na ye ntientia wo no woman so papa isan say we ka say afi nyame adom a afi a yebesimu ene bi afi a nesa e na wo be die ku na so said we see ema wona ye ntientia no nti me bisa me ho say how do you do it because there are a lot of activities and then come aye ba be di no be loaded packed it will be say brebe na wunya ai timi ma wutimi edi akwane abasa
me da say oso bia fa wasum na omama atia no pe omo edi sadance pani nyina nso me da omase adwuma we aye no sometimes politics ebinim ka say a thankless job o ye adwuma na edura be o ye ne ye krobi am wabaso enti edura bia oto na busa ho say anti de me ye no ebi nya na but the enkoye no eno namre bia honorable how we enkoye o we say honorable ho bi frame say ya kwan ni bi mi se ba o mi so contractor bi akọ se sa anwea free ho ade a wo se aban tua le ka ne nkro ne ba but yes omanfo ani so se ye na ye ntientia wo no kwasem ne se utie futu a e wo djuma we ho aiboa ade ba kwa me ye campaign me hu ye pa ne se most of the communities kankan ye nkro nketo ano okoho na okoye campaigner asema mo bedi kan dia bo ene say more politicians dey animo more petumi say ya frede na modru ha obakra na mo wo fufu na bi pra na bi sinoma yeto abane mamu wi a ye hu bio and it was the same across all the communities na eya say asa omudi hu ya say pa ye te ha ye ni bibia ye nka asesa bi usika bi a wo famra ye ni anase wo ka kase bi a wo ye pematna but oba beje ye nsam tumi na okowi a na wadan wa chidi ama na akwa ye se o mfa ye ho bi o obesa aba bi wa na abato foforo asa adreso nti nipa kasa ansa na so hu se no ba bi a ye so dwonfo bo na ho hia no nti me shebo bebre ema o monye se from but me sisu dua se saa de na o mo kan menye bi na mebo me homodin se ne be ya omanfo to abama me wi a me na amachi mu am na me ma me na ya ye ntenti ya nti no kwasem ni se ye to abama me be ya MP once 11 months 12 months mo ni ana me nkatew de wuhu e wakasafo nyi ne so no e den a mo YouTube first baby am we church senior high school dormitory but member I think say be projects member so and me producer we can one man say me so open it and one na ya enti nti test wo ba yem bury some my research enti me ben omanfo no me nim say me wo position and no be bury ananka si me ni so say me be MP ametimi aye nanka maba wa ben mo no manisa dan so mpanifo se edijawa na ede aso ba de ba koma hu pa ne se oma human relations ne ye adwuma nkrofo ani so enti eto abama me wie no krobia e water of me nkromi ensa free mo me twabidi me camp so ana krobi water no so adengo e free ho a krobia e water of makoso yesa makoso se makotwa me kwa me no manfo ni nyina ahia atena ase edinkomo ada o mase ati o maje every single town e water none of in the 11 months ye to abama me makoho ebi wo kra makoho best 3 times bi wo ha na ye di makoho na bi wo nso ada issues na di makoho denti a me yesa ne se me pese communities ni nyina hu ni se o man to abama me se me metrankran na just abato for adru so ansa na mabaho into all the communities me ko na meaning so mo ka kire wa me ye ba so invite me so we invite me and I want say hono so omo ye month to say me si boma anasa yanfo na ye ne 20 a me koni nyina akobonsa me si dua nkwanta na me start a me na ma ye no nyina bonsa so what frame me so one frame and I know say the people appreciate it last 3 weeks or so obi kushia me wo wedding bi e wo krobi wa droba chi ho ye friend no ofi bisia na o ko subri so I say, hey, MP, why did Kakra you waba? I say, Nipa na eto about her mom, you know. What is no moton cry, dear na pepe difference be him. Until I was say, I me person maybe I'm making sure say me the slightest opportunity. In fact, me ha meninka 2 weeks be no ha menko constituency. Every single 2 weeks I'm in the constituency. Abro so 3 weeks me turn on off.
Inti said there, of course, medical I can say prior to send out baby impino, nay, I didn't know o man for na, and I obey it. Say no, what when they say a new position, no, any bit to me, I hindrance at the amount.
Oh, David. Some I may pay a banner or more cassas and may catch her almost say. Now be ye Juma, say for 2-4, I was sick as some how the Ghana man penny a bit tree. Now, Miss I any Cassamba phone. Now say Jumano, and my me busy since I me yam Rasha journey. Oh yeah, because Sir Jumana na me yama Vice President Baomiano. By being ho bekwa any semi wo. And na meeting being ho bekwa any semi wo. 77 previous men can to me ho. Okwa aso one Donald Trump okwa na kwa kwhia e wo summit ho bi. Okwhia Pope e wo Vatican. Nipa numpa ne mo wura dem ho. Na me wo hobi enti be sene na vice president esi ye busy no saa na me so me schedule tie because me sorry am ne me ho me sorry no pa na me hwe ba bia ba o me ekwa na me se me so me hobi enti se hu se na vice president me ye busy asa na me so me ye busy ba saa no ma ne mu nyina no na me ba fom me nya time ma me nkro enti na me kada bia se saa position na me kodi ya ansesa me suban no menyi ne se position bia o wiase bi wa be sesa nti me be ya mpini kra de aboa me se hono de me ye vice president adwuma no atade bi o kra wontimi hye eno bi ha oni vice president nam tu ba se de me ye mp me na me control no enti me na me call dia kwanta na me ka se me ne me organizer me se me petize tadi ana musu na hade ya jese ekotoba fe na so what do you mean na me mete o me wi me tz to kwa ho do kwata wa no fa bo for community center chi ho tz be ekotena nkrofo abetwa ho ahia na musu masa ma menye free o na me mete me policy for na me to me make dada eti MP no kra de aboa me ma me ne young people no and go yeah normal Christmas you see and normal be a onti bi da wotano of say MP you know you will see me with the kids share me father Christmas atade I mean I'm telling you oh mama prepare me hopa na meko my prepare me hopa there a lot of
this, I mean unusual so that, who say
that is the point
MPA
oh me father Christmas costume my tade everything is ready me bag meko bibia shem and the Christmas many young people no baby be games ye games been so turn off you started and there in fact zone bia ye ne there Yanfu zone, Boma zone, Tetra, Droba zone, Tanoso, Susan, so a free spa, and a Dian Quanta zone. Zone beyond ye 2 teams, 2 best teams of few. I would say there were a lot of football talents that were your constituency, you know. Some of them are about Black Stars, Nen Croneba, Binukra, the Suwa Kotoko, Nen Croneba. But it was a talent in a dorsal. But these days, since I want to showcase your talent, I will be who Sania or modern city. I won't mean your call up and then Croneba. Nti ya arranges our games and it's a zone be 2 teams in we are on the 1st and 2nd. You be share with Dian Quanta Roman Park and so now ya bo interzonal competition. The objective no and yes the be win another one win but objective no say you be showcase your talents na ya wono. Na ya per football scouts or more scout ma football teams or Europe and Croneba. Na o maba be hwem mrante no e games. Na yetima hwese bitima aboa ama bidima time akọ manima enti me ne wo kasai last week and team now free Dortmund Germany Omababi drew Ghana. Oh yeah, there's a team from Dortmund Germany Omone Black Stars coach Otuado aye Juma or Dortmund crap almost out to the organ Omababi drew. And there are other teams and Ramene over Agama Bechim United CU and as Onan Sushi on so a team be almost beba baby. And now you know Dankwakuya Boa and sports Obama. I feel so you Black Stars players 1 or 2 beer.
Wow.
Nyameya Domoa on the first and the second on Baba Duanquanta. No more so about share games na Mrantian Mabawa Mrantian particularly airborne. Senebeya on Besha some bit meja 1 or 2 players me. If you are me per se talents now what turn on off no. In the next 5 or so years, you better players deal Ghana and across the globe, no. Not turn on off Mantian Kakra, and so you're there. But you see, and no one be saying you have to be deliberate about it. And now, when young penny nipa be a mama for what they touch organization, any card in Yinano, microphone timing until some penny for ya turns out from a mobile, meaning say, can Nyame so beton super guso ama ye benya some football talents bin so a ombetima progress me makoye young person me free youth no there but fa so kakra mabu no benya free me ho ne say omoto abama obi a oye abrante babu no asabi ya tutu kwan ya nante exposure ye wo connections ye wo de na ebetimi aye e de aboa omo na mo so etimanya ba bias tie guso a ye ho adwuma.
Wow, amazing. Na oguso a wo ye ho adwuma ye hyase no kan se enema bebre ho na esi wani so a wo de beboa omanfo e wo mu se mo party entimi enya emu president amba de nanso e ba no woni ni pankete ho die ene emwa kakra within your power betimi ayebo amon de nya de se eto betwaminim se eba no akwan asemwa eya na ye very important se wo krom kwan enya wo se wo manfo bre pa ama empo niam pa wo ye no bi ho no ma etoda aya na wo mani nkoso bebre chen se ekwan no minim from duan kwanta to boma minim from yamfo tan also yamfo to boma minim from tepa to boma duan kwanta de no minim se asan ni bebre kwanta mi emfa ho no mo enye na yamfo eba boma no so no eno krompo na abeka se yempo no wonam so agye se woka wosin edisi so na nsem won ma UTV eye eho news eden ene ekoso enamotu bi ho no ma wutu ana yentie wo ana se I mean abai enye president ene wo so eno so kwan be so na wo fa so e dey manage.
Yeah, I mean akwan asem no oka na yese oka na se boma for yentam kese na wa boss no minim pa se bibia ni ho a ene boma akro ho ya ebeso nipa ni abro so a chen se ya beda soro nanka ye kwan no kota eguso and no kwasem ni memfa so bo emmo abanya otiso and as a president or se bi oba ya afiba kon mu ani na okasa wo kan ho asem bebre so a yeso ofefefunu ani a na ohun samaya na ne nkroniba meka se medi ho ya bebre na obia so nim se 7 year wekan MP a chere ya na otwemienu bia me wo me constituency na me ankasa me krum na me wo ajapade kese so sa wo krum ho wa wonim se sometimes obi kra ba besra me a me ka se na nsana na baso a pese oba me ho me se nana o ka we de me ma wo de fa kwan so ha wo kwa obedi batam otiri enti wo de me ya me bank kwanta na ba behia na no so na district assembly painful di be pese omo ba ne me metwetwe nkomo bi omo ba na nso giemu just omo ba enye yi na wo se me aso me free efie na me hia omo ewo me hia omo kra wo yamfo na me no mo di nkomo no enti ekwan no ho asem ne hard because me I feel it enti senka me gidi so bi o ha kwan ho asem hia no chen hia me kra chen no because me wo feel ho ana sabi o sabe mpediasa obi ani say fia me wo ho no so futu bo na obi ampe me ka asa na say me koye na me shirt bi white me se omo ensima me say wash and wear na me wo laundry machine kakra omo yi shirt ne free machine nim na ani aye ko na mbusa asa de na muso mfuturo awura machine mu enti ana amana basa sometimes se bia menya hoho kase bi na ese me clean ho aje se me fa cleaning company every sunyane na wa clean because the dirt no mfuturo no edoso enti boma kwa ne ya de bia eda obi akoma so senka Ghana tumi nyina ahyemensa na busa me sa ade ba ko peben na me pese ye yanka meka jo se dikan ye boma kwa free hansa enti me ka we ama wahunu se ehia me more because me de me car fa so every day na odo car fa so MP for no kra no woto car ma won timi ro ahwehwe nkoso ro so man de ba fom na what match ya na mfuturo ne nkro ne banti it's so important to me but yesi usikesa na wasemusa bra me ba be di MP no ananka me gide se o ma be di MP metima anya opportunity ayewe meti anyeye fofi anto ata na ekoba ne se na even aban dada na etwa mu kra na ye won fi nwotwe a me gide se nanka wo se yetumi ye den eye nanso entokwa ye kon ye ne kasa ye kan ho nyina no tumi kase pa no so na enimensem sabe na me ye adwuma wa ban mu all right but ne wo MP ho minister ne nkro ne ba eduru ba bi nso a na akwakoye prioritization sabe wo interest wo ha ebia obi so interest e wo ba bi foforo enti wo kana wakane say na me pese me kom bebre na akwakoye say wo lay blames but the most important thing is President Kofo by wanye once President Rollins Penso wanye wantimanye President Kofo by wantimanye Professor Thomas by wantimanye Mahama by first wantimanye Akufo-Addo by wantimanye President Mahama enso asanyaba membli mu bia but the mestre Ghana ban say the emphasis say na me go apaso na ye ho enye blame na me de ma ban ya oteso anase president yesre na mesre say obi o wota no no for bia nim say dia na ye me dekura na say nkwantafo kura tim bio mano ka say boma kwan ne de ye ya ebeboa obi a nto bi o wota no no for bia nim say ye ka say kwan ba ko bi wota no no for a ehu hia pa say ye ya obi abeka say ye boma kwan adesrede ane edesra ban se yenka se afe ba ko onye yenti ye bono so bo ebinum bedi mfie wotwe ane mfie nan o mantimi anye sre na ye sre se omomoaye na nka ye kwan yentimi nyamaye na nsan mu bi hu se meka ho asem ma hye badwafie ebusa minister for roads questions de enti akwan yentimi nye ono so kirekire mu se contractor na djuma kakra na waye free aban dada no eba no ho sika no omontimi nya ntua ma no ntia contractor no so de nyuma ayede egu ho na emo minister ne betu ho anamo 3 weeks ago many finance minister any rules minister shia ema ye free contractor no ye me ankasa ye nyina Elizabeth e wo phone so ema omone ne kasa na de ekoba mu ni se esanse kwan no ya awode to ho na ache na enomabo akosuru ntini contractor no so hunu se okasa wo de sa estimates na na ye adwuma obeboka enti ama rules minister no ahye se omo review contract no omo mfa current prices enfanye na omo mfa mra na wonhwe na won sign na nka contractor no omo hwe so mbenya sika kakra ma na otima akoso akoye adwuma kwan ne ye ne de ye millions wo ha ne ye kire ye sika kese enya ade asabe mete ma ho odin bia ebetumi aye ne nyina akoye aban foto mu ene aban sika sem se ne besi akọ nti bomafo nyina anya rest assured se sabe asem ne se hia konfo hia ya afọ ehia dot otiedro se ne se hia wo mo ne saa na me nso ehia me ebe ye mani so be ye me fe se ye beka se me be ye mrahye badwani no mapen so ene yatim de kotar agu boma akwa no so ka be ye nyina ho a enti me da bia me na menya call bia na efiri boma na me ye machine because me nim say asem be di ka aka eye kwan no enti ye guso aye na ma me mfa kwanya be so na me sa mo na nanu abaso me nim da okọ ho but okọ ho na se on se mo degrader adwudwudwu ho kakra level tepa kwan no ne duan kwanta kwan no so enye me na me ye enti me metena ha so na menye ho sempa emfa eye nananom na asabe anwia kakra bia pie wo ye ho nkrofo betu anwia no na omodeko diska kakra nananom nyaaye no ɛna ɔmobɔ amane de sɛbe ya ho de kakra bi ya de taachire but nananom na ɛyɛ ntimi nkase ma ho de kakra bi a me de taachire no kyerɛ sɛ me na meyɛ ɛna nananom de aboa ya de akrakra saa ɛkwan no ho a ka timi ɛfa so but be gidi sɛ ɛboa de nanso de ɔmanfo hwehwɛ paa ɛyɛ quota nti anamo a yɛtu ɛne minister for roads ne minister for finance ano ho ba ɔmo de ama me mete hobi ɛne yɛ free contractor no ɛna contractor no so mo a ɔmo hu yɛ ne how ama roads minister ahyɛ sɛ ɔmo review contract no na prices no ɔmo adjust no up sɛ ne bɛyɛ contractor no so mmoka ɔde so wɔ machines kakra ɛwɔ hɔ na gutters a yɛ free last year na ɛba no kakra bi aka bɔ ma odu abi afro CMB shed ekwa afa konfo ase ho converse yankomanim ho gata no omantima nwie ɛhɔ no na mafa ato me ho sɛ me a meye sa gata no me mo aye estimate na ma me in fact manye scan kwa da me free contractor na last week isan say ya aban adwuma na contractor wo ho dada wo ye ntimi mfa me nsa nka wa bra o ma me kwan ntimi ka kire ne sɛ manye scan me a me pese me de ye sa gata no nti o ma ne engineers no emra na omonkyerɛ ye kwan ya yɛmfa so a yenye no ntimi ne contractor ne kaso ka kire me sɛ me ma no up to end of this week omo ye adwuma wo baabi obehwe na nka engineers na ba na yetima ye mesi yanko anim ho gata no so afri ho de amom me pese yetimi ye saa kwan because ya ye no ma bebre de aboa nka ka ne mrante ne maba wa oboma me ni so ko ho wote ho asema kane no na osi boma obusa akra we se wo he ayeso wo ko immigration obusa we yeso ko fire ohun kra no kra wo ho bebre a lot of them. We've helped so many people in the last
more medical school.
Yeah, in the last 7 years deliberately me ankasa se nkra omanya admission omawie school na me pese itimite a doctor for bebre in the last 7 years stand on off about 25 medical doctors. Wow. And yes, obi na wanya an admission now. These are people nanka omo modimono was but omo qualify for medical school. Na yen so opportunity kakra nya wa ba mo ne relationship I building with vice chancellors and Croniban. Ye bo mo munya medical school bi no wa mo scholarship. Me no ka say na no KNUST for mo pass out no na bo ma for ma ba wa mienu. And I can omo graduate from medical school. Ye post to back call Kofrodi amene ma mi share Kumasi last week and about console never power bridge or frame said Nico Cape Coast. There are other 2 guys who say I'm working in UST. I'm yaboma 4 months. I think next year or so I'm graduate. 2 so a bridge. I'm also a medicine. I'm also I think say this year. I'm baby school and I said next year at the Aba. The whole idea is across standard of no. Me pese se nyame ye madom na opportunities no timi bie mame. Send na menya opportunities bra na me wa abam ne de boa na in the next 10 years me pese etimi nya a new breed of young people be autonomous of omo lifestyle and omo su no omo ban no omo orientation e be different from year time dey hu ye nti ye try say ye be my young people no opportunity. There are a lot of people omo timi no omo baba me pese me back police me share results na me say no ba we man enko school. Parents need to know more kasa no Matthias because me can say lady be now at one of the communities so you aggregate 8 and I never pass or person call police and I'm so police here but obano results no the person ko we university and sana or police cry and sana or police and then me know kasa again or medical school. Wow, there's a young boy be so Bafukrum Kroba can for Bafukrum Adrobachi ho or your conco money we call campaign 2024 is it 2024 yeah me call campaign enti me kasa wie ya me ne konkomafo no kwahia me anwumre be 6:30 me kasa wie ya me kwafo me car no na wo se boy no waye din gina ho na obi kasa ase nipa kwasi kokko no ho na osuro na me friend se omra enti me oba na me busa ne se e dia se e friend Abugri Emmanuel na oso wawie brekum secondary school we 2 years ago, that is we 2022 or 21 and I'm saying na we are there na oso a person who school now was no we school a school and I say scanning fee and I'm saying say one pass it go be we school 2-3 years now if you know so that come pass it pa and I'm saying for our results my mention obi a we school or brekum secondary school best and I just an best and yet achimota and I say opokuware and I say prempe college onya 7 A's now the Tibafo crew Timi who results and I'm saying masa you fake and as original no say original pa
it is our best for best what's one of
no men can say best
no the whole come in the trimming
no
but I understand
the best for crab
of course with the whole channel
so me start Obama secondary school na me be we presec but any opportunity to be my baby and cry nan kan crofo cry nim say sabe ye tiewu but e be do nkan no crofo mu say an crofo de jawum eti ho na me je results na me send ma KNUS vice chancellor Professor Adekye Nsroma tene so na ma sorry ti me send ma na friend was amenia result me so prof abranti bi she me kro no ketua bi mu ha na results ne watena for 3 years no so oh these are some of the people I say more opportunity. Then we say professor opportunity bend no so Mastercard Foundation mane apply bi na yenhwe and then me no ka say Abugri Emmanuel or medical school or KNUS University. The lifestyle assessor is going to change the family or medical school CCA now or course school no or first semester exams student BR or best and results amount let's just say look or send them or blow a dear no and this year KNUS or medical school or be gentleman of the year or no when a gentleman of the year or medical school she'll be a sabi manosis smart so free classes na what my school Kumasi or dressing neat or you're gentle or kasayi into honor when a gentleman of the year or department man award or invite me class member so one man opportunity nti yenyina ayete ha no so na enye opportunity akame mente ha o oti ase nti me so me hu ni say sa me from Boma Methodist Primary Boma Methodist Junior High School na candidate so bi ani ho me started secondary school Boma Community Day Senior High School sometimes yet in kana nkrofo hu yesa o Gideon or call school or ha or call Abruchi or call Oxford or yes nkrofo fi sasa bi ye wo yet to see so no I mean call secondary school Boma Secondary School. And from there, me scholarship me call Bechem Presec. Me free Boma Ekodru Presec. Almost all one Jimmy. The teacher from you know at me call. I mean, Papa be a friend Sakamoto and Mr. Oben. Almost so you come home my dear part teacher ni bako kasa we a class champion. Just say obetimi aya. And Nyameya Madoma teacher ni bako kasa mami omo Jimmy no. I ended up as the best student at Presec. Me be senior prefect. I was overall best student. So kama enya opportunity amfiri ho ankobi hu se na minim and from there ya progress ya ne sabe kokwasi krase ni me so matimi akwa ababedu so ntimi so me hu se my young people no opportunity yeah enti yegusu aye first year me be di MP nya me ya adoma attend fell on the 2nd or 1st this January
next
month yeah turn off for more tertiary institutions me open application Omodi by 127. So I'm of 127 or more KNUS to Lagos, UCC, then in Cronibani. This week, you're free on the 1st or 2nd, I'm meeting all of them. Me issue check, I'm will be on any school fees. 127 people.
Students?
Yes. Drew, you're being invited.
Of course, invited.
Me will be a check on any school fees. You see, yes, you're nebuso, but meaning the importance of education, any opportunity. And I made them a whole example. And come say, and I say, Mabe MP and ask Mabe Juma say, or Mampenia be the actually foot to four. Me na me she mutum because secondary school, second term. Because first term, next can if ye. To me secondary school, man, first term. Come require carpenter Juma. And I'm penny for be catch me, mammy, as and that be. Almost scan if ye, but or banner so in the school. And I had them got 2 more by my secondary. I never been a bedroom. Nti omodi buy no mo school fees bills buy say omo hia mo ni nyina no this week mama ya free omo nyina mo assurance no ya me adum ye di bronya wie ye koye crossover and as a change over and as a jumping over we are mi shia omo nyina na mama obi a check akra me so metimi no ye de bemo omo na omo fam kotu omo school fees na omo parents so ko omo he ha omo na busu akade akra omo benya na omo fam to other issues na omo fam ko school ya me aduma next year men kan ho asa obeti enka e won normal bebre ho aye in the education sector the aboa the young people e water no do nti eguso a ye ne kakra wa breso ye nyi any free infrastructure projects no now we show bibi kakra won crofo ekotwae nyame ya adom ye ba ye tima bomodin projects bi na ya start ya mama we tertiary senior high school dormitory no sane ya show was screen so na me say the omodi atoso ye girls dormitory ni ye wie ye but boys yeah tertiary they na drew my friend say roofing level and boys dormitory any there ye wie ye hwe animu say nyame ya adoma next month in school be ya Ghana Education Center makwan na ya fa boarding students we ya dormitory our tertiary senior high school tertiary senior we ya get fund project ya start ya nyame adom ya timi every boys in there na ka girls in there no okoboma secondary school so me start boys dormitory girls dormitory and a dining hall project and also so yuguso omo eye ho adwuma we ye boma their backgrounds and also my started their backgrounds be ha nyambo next year maybe at their mom but to secondary school or their boys dormitory boys dormitory and girls dormitory projects no and a dining hall because me boma secondary school no now there was nothing like boys dormitory and girls dormitory make sure say a bit my we so ko boma hospital your female ward no na me pese me commission 1st January but enra me ne mpanifo ne kasa omo kire say man ho no mo ye no mo ntimi wie nti me sure say by towards the end of January or February and so be wie female ward no e dey ama boma hospital for no ye wo schools bi also ya select ya ye no STEM on say ni bibia ye science education nti there are 14 schools ye build STEM centers e wo ho Tanoso RC Business School, Susanso Presby Business School, Tertiary SDA Business School, Adroba RC Business School, Subriso number 1 MA, Duyankwanta RC JHS, Duyankwanta Presby School C, Duyankwanta Ibrahimia Islamic School A, Boma SDA Business School, Jonase MA, Subompai Methodist, Yamfo Methodist, Yamfo Islamic, Asin MA, Boku Krua RC, Afri Spa Chrome RC. And a mankra ho MA Business School. Yes STEM centers no. Ye binya STEM laboratories at the ama schools no. Sene be ya science robotics na nkro ne ba no. Nti ya started Tanoso headmistress RC omo ankasa started bibi. As you see maso nti I think say ye go so a ye build like ye just say laboratory center at the ama schools no. Nti ya pese turn off by krabehwe nti be kakra no by end of next year no obata no so as 14 basic schools wura ho bia obehu mini modern laboratory ya for STEM education at the ama schools no senior high schools or best 5 or 7 also nyambo next year I'm supplying each one of them about 10 computers. Senebeya yebenya 9 computer labs at the ama senior high schools and also no mo so tima costume. Until there, my home was 2 years in Parliament. A lot of things.
Will happen. Abusia 40. Say what say anasa what say Dean Dr. Gideon Boakwa. Meaning say and ne wumpuni mpuso. What's the name of bebre ananka wunim ede afano ho. Inti yambra emrasha bedroom. As a deputy ranking member on the finance committee, Obi because we're a very sensitive friend and say committee pa and I was so and it's a first time person I work with PMO ewo Mrashebejum. Do you think say ye wo modemo any we nim dear and edukopi wa na say now we ye futufo Emma a former vice president and no near her ye award with a position Anna.
Oh, and I just be a leadership of the minority side and by large leadership of parliament. So dear no muhunwo kotofufro Gideon Boakomu anti almost this position no mame almost along the line there is some revision. Obi anim say oba parliamentar sabio one of the most important committees a finance committee. Sometimes there's a lot of jostling. Echo sa committee. We are person was our committee. So in fact, in time past, Grana no mutaka say, oh, your first time your my own town such a sensitive committees. So, but Nyamiadum under the leadership of Osahina Afenyo Marking and another prayer and then about they saw say young people are more potentials and so ye nyina ye potentials but obia so ene ba bia de ne to a omofisa betumi ayede ebetumi aboa enti ye buy no so I mean right from the word go there appear to have been consensus say oh Gideon there also so finance committee so me da o masse an opportunity be amenya be me de be da o masse so mo ma me sa opportunity no ye buy no so be sure the first press conference from the minority side on the economy me no mo ma me lead press conference no na mpanifo ni nyina wo but it was a way of also testing you to see say obetima ye adwuma na say wontimi and I hope say itimi ye ne kama vetting committee mo ma me opportunity and all of that on the floor. You see, a Juma or Parliament, sometimes people don't know. There are a lot of things they see with few say we leadership Emma Okwanya won't mean can once. Oh. Yes, I was sorry, now Debbie. So I did the opportunity many speaker to her issues nibi her ya man list. Say Crawford way and a from no one can once. There are some issues.
That's our process.
Yeah, there are some of the issues. General issues are also sorry, as our catchy speaker aya. Obema kwan na wakasa but if you have speaker body say assume minority side first person na obekasa you say enti budget aye ba 2026 budget no from the minority side on the first day of the debate many third person na ya ma me kwan e ma me debate budget no intense and it ya ho say nipa e wo ho ni nyina no on the first day only the auto so three and all the budgets are but they see them the third person or the fourth person to debate. And may appreciate leadership so confidence I'm repose in me. Okay. But the America crown say this year I haven't done much. Because no because even though there were a lot of opportunities for me to speak, you had a decline, you also an me ankasa my pekwan bi so na me de me ho akote because I also felt say Parliament where you need to learn. So no bebre. Now watch me, I mean you be a rush will be until a lot of the time, even when I have opportunity, I stay back and I want to learn the processes and a lot of things. Until and no bebre, people were expecting me and I say your mommy opportunity because first press conference, there was a second press conference. And minority leader person and almost Yama Gideon and I'm saying no leader this one, Yamani Papa from there. Because no my first one, I wanted to sit back and also now my schedule be so yeah. No my say nipa no dia na o yeah na bro media no so dia na meti my SUF film. Say ko ye won kwa o ye mistakes kura wo hu ana say wo hu so obi so wa hoden a bro dia so abeti masua bibi afri no. And this year I take a lot of time, I monitor a lot of issues. Sometimes I got fear na me hwe nkrofo e dia omo ye ne dia omo ka na me de to no ma ho. And I make sure every Thursday, so I share UK Parliament and so Prime Minister's questions, you know. Now my share can burden out and then in Crony Bassen or Musi organizing until I wanted to take some time this year to also study. A lot of people. That study people like Kojo Ponkruman, that study Ami and Nam Kwakukwat and then I'm understanding so many people.
So does it mean sir the work as CA, you know? The uncofwa dream be a year woman, a baby so say in a way, the way of pace as I walk on it is so fast tracked, a bit me a create resentments, I mean, within the caucus. Only my agents are
nipa. So nipa. Oh, call when nimwa. You're 1 year a year 1 day. And a woman so quite bisuno. Omo kakra ho na Bible kra ma yete asese nipa nyina adowa due and nipa bia so ti wiase you must know how to manage opportunities. So and America say leadership omo mame opportunities bebre because sometimes movies we do obetimi aye or competence no but the bill ha me decline quietly e bi wo kra me de dwato akoto nipa nim se ka kire leaders we die Mr. No woman tranche any power for so nyede and that is how I operate. Obia will name me bia in private life. And him say I don't any opportunities about me way nyina na mefa. Enti say na woka say bia binu hu say me rise too fast. And a bit ama say bia or time kakra those things so me mfa mani hu ye de.
Can baby say obia nyem popoye kakra.
Me de me mfa mani hu ye. Ho no what kakra wan so but ya ye nipa de. Those things are part of us. So what ho na wa anya hwe kra obenya atamfo oye bibi so obenya atamfo nti I know say there are some who think say as a or rise it too fast. That one is there. Me ankasa so me hu ni say kakra na o mo hu say me rise it too fast na me kra ma suppress no. And I can tell you say from next year you see me more than what people have even seen today because I know myself and I know say there are some of the things that ebi kra me me sunti kakra. Me have sat down and known how to reorganize myself. There are a lot of things I'm saying commit to me I be binti. But tone it down, must slow down kakra. And I know sir from next year no what people have seen from me this year, I your money so no. We will do more because I know what I'm capable of doing. And I'm taking time so to study and to learn from so many of the senior people and even some of your colleagues or more hosts here. Some of them are brilliant guys. I mean, I'm also learning from all of them. And I know, sir, from next year, there'll be so much pressure on the government from my side. That one I can assure you. And yes, pressure, so unnecessary pressure. There are genuine things we will talk about. And yes, be a time, but yes, you also have alternative ideas. To me, and I pray to God, say, that maybe to my kind of honor to my yes and
I made the say, yes, I'm time buying now, mobile alternative ideas. So what's it has say na young Kasa Ede Afa and as young Kabibian for economy, one it say, as a dear couple money in gem. And they see a share inflation is around 6.3. Policy rate around 19%. CD, I appreciate it. What they compare last year. Me per se, I just want you to be very objective with your assessment. Ene said ye sikasem, esi kwana se Ghana esikasem, esi kwa said ye buying ebo humbra, ye de toto just last year, and what obe assessing say.
Yeah, so who say obi abobra economy.
Okay.
And na oman bia so ye chire say enra enenne mo demonstration ye be ye de ebebem na yetimi akoye nim afri ba bia na yegina enra de no nti wo hwe Ghana ye growth ana say ye modem a ye bo wo ye sikasem tutu ye no oman ne chechire ye no ho a se obi kase opese enne eye basa echen nra na nipa kro no wompe oman ni o se nyina ye hwe kwan ye betima fasere ma yetima koye nim na ye my Ghana no in the last 10 years eba be seen no emi say ye ntam kese a ye mpese ye besa ahu bio na yate ho asem bio eye enoma esisi ye 2000 and 2002 say sa enfie we mi no na mayi afrim esan say enfie na aka no na sabi ye honso bebrenya say ye dibronya abroso but na eyara nisa but 2000 no oye na beto yes we aseso ye COVID-19 and 2002 Russia Ukraine sema buy no no kwasem ni ema we ase enoma ye basagana nso bi beto ye but the emani so ne say free 2003 ne ho ni nyina eba no na normal hyase e picking kakra ti won se dru be inflation na kwa dru be say 50 something percent na say what na prekope yes pempen so a normal bo ekosoro sa na ya adwuma achiro but meba so na kodru be say ha monje chemu adu no ayayam hihye sabe de ote ho a okofa normal ba beton na ne bo nkosoro kra no say yakasa inflation cost na adwene mu no na ono ankasa ato no mani enti ya bronika bibi arbitrary pricing ono atena say was yes normal bo ekosoro yes na wati o ono no normal na akofa no yantum but o say yes normal bo ye de ekosoro no ono ankasa ato enti wo hwa na mo aban no hya asese A2 ankakran nsana aban dada no free so no na inflation at every 50 something no about 20 something na say ye go modern mo kwan no so a na ye den na ye ko no kra na ma IMF for and the World Bank for gina so can say omo hwese ne a normal chance a etoto yi eba no a 2025 ye benya single digit inflation enti na modern mono or how na ye ko mu no modern mo aban dada no chance say oboba ni nyina di adanse ye say ye de normal gugu akwan ma ye ko ye nimu ano no na yɛtete so bedu baabi edu nyame nchaade aban foforo so baaye no nhyehyɛ a na aban dada no de agu akwan so sabi won ya DDEP sem baaye omusikasem yebetua kakra afi mu yebetua kakra afi etoso yebetua kakra afi etoso 2026 na yetua wie saa hyehye no na aban dada no ye de eyeto ho se omo omusika no yentua mo saa abre no omoma ye bresa sikasem se na yesi akwa na yentua kakra 2023 yentua kakra 2024 yentua kakra 2025 huebe 2026 na yetua wie tu se MPP abani tua besempre no na yesi January mu anase February mo say January mo say tua ba konkuransa na mo free so aban we buy no no so atua besempre no nyame ya adoma January year by January 3rd or so now to say finance minister kan wasem on betua de twato na free ho de esi hu ni sasa aban dada na ansha ase entua besempre no anan prensa ka aban we buy no obesha ase free one e ka wontimi ntua wie 2026 nti de aban na sha ase a wo ye ni nyina ye say the obeto ye no ono so ehwe ama enoma na ebeba fom kakra no egusu a esa ye de esa aba fom enti inflation no yes ye benya single digit no na ya na ye kasa inflation ekofom a ya na ye noma mienu de wo ho ene say inflation ekofom no eboa ema policy makers ene omo ye businesses omo planning ene omo forecasting ene nkro ne ba ene de obeka say enkrata mu de ene no boa ma businesses omo nya sa rational expectation inflation expectations ne boa de toso bio a na nyina ya na ye hwe animu say yes say normal bo ekofom de ene esese yetete normal so ewodwom na eno na ya ye ntan hu ni sa ndi kwasi bro ne say price is sticky downwards yakasa de bi is sticky na kire say odi free ha ko ha na ase emu ya ye den na emu ya ye den ochekwa enko nti sa ade bo kosoro na wo pese esa ba fom a ho asem ka no den pa yi nti economists for can say price is sticky downwards nti say inflation aba single digit no enchire say normal bo ebeba fom na inflation ankasa no brofo kasem no was persistent increases in prices enti mpedodo a enoma bo ekosoro no na a slow down acho tell me chinase and just normal bo no se eba form
automatically
say wo sha ase say wo fro bepo a wo sha ase free ase no so ho de no e contentem o free e no na wo ko wanimu dio but na ayede eye slow and omo ye grow for you know because you are increasing at a decreasing rate to be so be kwa drew bepo no apampam odru sa bepo na apampam a na afi de ase wanya ahome bi because abre no wo nkosoro na wo mafo na oto wani hwa fam a na je se wo ya ayede o ya sane akofom ano no nya se wo kosoro ndi wo bepo na apampam no ho na ombeka se what the point of inflation so the point of inflation omo statistics pa no because at that point the second derivative of your growth function becomes equals to 0 and the mathematics and sana one hwe na say was atete ayede akofo enti inflation na ye ka no pa no kire say atiaba single digit dia na je say bia mpedodo anoma bo ekosoro no ana say eba form and just say normal bo eba form eno nti na mpempi no ya na ye bibre mu ha no enhye da nya adwuma to ka say inflation aba single digit almost inflation ya we
and so dem aboard den
and so dem aboard den nti in a marketer you need efficiency no you very be efficient market hypothesis marketer enye strong or semi strong na weak form efficiency no so economic indicators we mesremeka mano susumna so don't quote me aya na entire adwuma no kwasempa na make sure so economy and I say perfect market system a strong or even a semi strong form marketer and they are na economy no ho akwa no mani nyina sisi ani eye adwuma but yeah economy we no informality some na ye tonoma sabi okodwum koto ade kra nipa no onwe obon adwene so okoto wacha nipa na wote wacha na ma no ode atre no na wote adigu ntu fi say de wote ma o ene de wote ma me yepe so on say enyepe because nipa na what is scale be any ho into obo a wagye nyina 5 cedis for watching and 10 cedis but they be a wo ma ododo a chen me your system no nyɛ so perfect into no money be bre o ha senia kwasi brodi be twere wɔ ne book mu ene senia ɛyɛ adwuma ɛwɔ aman bi so economy a no ma deda na kwan so digitalization systems no yɛ adwuma ɛyɛ perfect yɛ ha no entenisa ɛno ntina abrochire inflation in the but is so important. Yes, signal say there's even a 0.1 reduction or increase in inflation. It means a lot for the stock market. It means a lot for prices on the market in the But yeah, honey dear, can I be because Okojumkra just under it's because the market and the systems are not perfect. And the impact no. Send necessary huno you hunisa.
Okay. And yeah can make us say me pay objective, analysis with the main. What build it on say in because so my breso a buy what so in a way with the credits and so be my buying so buy if nothing at all because we be betting me as say we be durable until we can say almost what bomb
yes why not
okay I see
because some buy and nanka no money be na buy na shares ye to na omanfa saa kwan no so ana omanye bibi kakra mbata ho ebeboa nke bitima adwiriga
okay
so enti sabio asem no kreda ho na waka no sane esitie enti obi obeka so aban we ba de na waye ana sabia aban dada ba de na waye sabi se aban bi ba na de papa bi ikoso na o take decision say on sesano no ma eno akoso sample na ekoyi a waye bibi that decision na o take here no kra no is something
okay meaning say now we economic advisor to a former vice president Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and now we ono chair economic management team obekasa sa abre no mo say o yesika semono o how be e ba be baso entem na maso ano ana say na ye beyond mo
so who say President Kufuor aban no shase no problems are ebi na aban ho a all kafa aban dada no ono so bae no na problems be bree eyede ewo ho
okay
ono so beto IMF program so President Kufuor beto say IMF program ho beto say na kai wo ho sa ba ye bo Canadian na twitwi die na nsem bebree ne nkro ne ba na corruption sem ne nam wiemu ne nkro ne ba ntina aba no so waso die say sa ba no so na yesika na exchange rate no na no so depreciate ese epekwan bi a to be kai asem aba o me aka ye say ya che dollar no ye de key na ma IGP oti ase sa abre no na nka exchange rate asem enya ade ehi anka ba o me anka oti ase na ye sa ade no so nka ye nka ho asem na ebeya asema na ehia Ghana fonte so common obia no so waka so ya che dollar no ya de safana ma IGP it is because ebra President Kufuor aban ba na ba bi esika asem ne gina no na enye ti na obia hwesa aban ne beye bibi ama enoma ye de atoto ye and obia so di adanse say President Kufuor do mfie miensa edikan ne de otan akwado no wayi ne mrika modema aban ne boy ye fasika asem chese na enoma ekoso Ghana ni the necessity bosa ya man ya de ekoyi na enoma beti ba bia si na sane ya woka no ye kona COVID-19 ba ye pe me kai say ene ba omi ahia na ye meet bi no no fellow Ghanaians sama ya kosi e wo mu say Ghana fo ni age because Ghana fo ani be so kwan ya President Kufuor ne MPP aban fa so ball COVID-19 ho bra because now man be bree omo hu de omo nyomo yare a obi nka bi nhemu da yesi ya to bodemu lockdown me kai pa obi mpie nko ha just microphone kwa adwuma and normal frama no ne ma America ne nkro ne ba kokko grocery shop Walmart ne nkro ne ba sa ope ade ato ya salai ebi wo kra na ope so totra yes obetima ato one pe ntina na America kra na says Ghana de ebeye de but o hwe kwa ya aban ne fa so bomodia to the extent Ghana ni bia unlucky bibia so bibia wo pe odwuma to bia na wonsaka omuso na nipa nkwa adwuma the more amenta nipa nkwa adwuma na ye ma no na aban sikasem kra so ye de ekofom taxes ayetu ya ekofom ntina sikasem ho ayede but ekoye ni so se President Kufuor hu se no yentimi enkasa ye bo economy no ho ban ama nipa ewu tina President ka say we know how to bring back the economy but nipa de ye hwere na ye nim kwa ye befa so enti ono nso ka bia obebo ama ye dia protect Ghana for ama ye tima tran kwam e wo se ye the entire president Akufo-Addo ka say ye nim se ye besi ama economy na ba back na nipa de enti ma ne ma back na onim se saa na mo na otu di aboa Ghana for na de nsunsanso bone be bre economy no nanso na owo kwan se ochusu Ghana for nkwa enne se ye beka se ye sika sema ye den atoto ye German Chancellor Angela Merkel e kan say ahoyehia ye a Germany wom wiase nyina wom no enye saa bre na wo badwene inflation ene eka eho ese so wo dwene German for life ho nti president wo wiase nyina hu se so mo pan bi on be fa so bia na mo boa edru ba bi kwa ye se ye hohoro yensa ye de nsuo ne hohoro yensa yare no wa hohoro wonsa na ma yare no so ye de spread Akufo-Addo say na nsuo ye de hohoro yensa na se nkrofo water bill be kosoro nso nim se wotefi a wo yesu nsuo chen se wakwa adwuma na wo ba the president say na me ko pebosia men che Ghana for nsuo free sa nipa na tifie na water bill nti onya nsuo a ne nsa na kra wo hohoro se wa hohoro ne nsa no so yare no spread ya ka ban be bo yare no ho kra na chen se wa ma nsuo free nti president ko pebosia na ye de ama nsuo free yes yetifie a yes ye TV e de bagigi yani anankra no bo games ne nkro ne banya sa fa otefa kwa president se sa na tie de a ene nkrofo live bill so be ye den e be kosoro yen hwe mo browa for no mo wo lifeline no yen che wo mo electricity afi ba ko aban no ko pe bosia o che Ghana for electricity e ma ye ho ye den etoye sa sika na aban ne ko pe dia ye sa no mani nyina na kire se daachi bi no asasa aban ne sa ko pesika ekotua sa aka no a bosia na wo bo no nti anamawa president Akufo-Addo aban 2 year covid time ni nyina doctors and health workers amohwe adwumayefo no abrochire ba bi ne yetete san ye de nkrofo kwa hospital ha nkrofo ni ho amohwe mo because nurses no kra nya yare ni bi doctors ni nya bi nto mo susuro president Ghana nurses mesremo mo de makatua no kra na mechemu mienu na me de fa asa aka makatua ho amamo a ma ye ready se me yes ase ne be ya mo betima hwe Ghana fo amaye to president eche frontline health workers no makatua mu mienu e de fa esa aka ho ma omo se ne be ya omo benya ahoden ne anigye akoye adwumade abo Ghana fo ho ba to hwe adwuma president Akufo-Addo na ban ye covid time ye che aduane na nsori boa na Ghana fo bi boa eboa ma yare no abibremu ha wo kan aman a omotimi bo ho modern pie a na Ghana de ka ho nanso nansunsanso wo so sanse ye free covid ne mu no outside gentility home cry okope sika bedi show ama Ghana fo ani age Akufo-Addo aya de wa bono ho modern wa ye covid here fellow Ghanaians na obi ani age but abai ko tena dem no ye tena cabinet ani ye hu se eka abeto ye nimu nie kwan ben ye befa so a ebetua sa aka no Ghana for the why amomo mani age but why outside gentility ubetena fia na komodo tene ya sha ase fa plan eno no ye se be kono na ye se papa bi di Putin ono so kan tokwa bi wo Russia Ukraine na afi ama petrol bo ekosoro ama sabi opehwit eburo ne nkon because fertilizer ni nyina abo ekosoro afi obi kura ye container wa broche ne wo container de asimaba yesi container ne bo kosoro na nipa na okokra no ma aba no container bo apagya kosoro de bedruga na sade bo so be ye den ebe kosoro tina san tokwa no so abayi ade foforo se ye free say ye free covid mu ka beto ye so ye hu kwan ye so betua ne kra na we so asa ba bebom ene ye be ye ne den tina ma ho kira banti we ase nyina ho kire na America inflation kosoro over 40 something or this mo de ho UK de kosoro na 40 years sa normal bo akoso na ebinsi wo America ni UK abrochima mti afi na omo a obo wo bi omo de dom aman kuma no kra so ahya ase efom ho adwen se aya na oba beje bosi e free ho no yenso yakwa ahohehia mti yenso bosi na enya den yentimi fa mo abi nti wo hwa na international capital markets no o ma hya ase etoto o mapono mu ewo most of the emerging and developing economy because hona nanka ye ho kire ya dan ya ni ane yakwakope bosi ade aba omo so sese asam na aba na nyina ebi aka ye nso America Crawford da bontena omo wo no maboa ye den ye sanla ye Walmart ane Costco si ekope no mato kra upeti euro 5 ye sitom ye nupe ti yenso yentimi fa ye sika mamo am of Uncle Yemukro near to a one chair. The international capital markets and Ashasi Kulusu. Now, if you are my Sikasam no air qua when you hear him into a mind kumano or home battery. To me, Kai pass one of the meetings, told Dean about me, Konya analysis where office and whom said, capital markets no on be close on us. Na omu ni hoswa ka ya bo covid ni nyina de adi show amagana for ho atom ye nya scan free baby a te o say fire ho adwene enti from 2002 ho baby eba no na baomi a sha se ka say no se sa na tell ya free Bank of Ghana for na yan fan to o manim say capital markets no close by 2023 ye ntimi nya scan na kanena nke nya free euro bond market ni bio ekobasa aso pe sika ye de craft fan wo ba Ghana ha ye nya bi chese Ghana for be ko sumu ye beda dum sumu. This is what was going to happen. Okay, ahun ye hia beba tina ba omi aka asese ya sha se an to gold a ye ho be chire ye rough.
Dog memo akọ any with the gold no, but the na ye ka konyina wo tama wo bo nsuo ni adam ga so beba be arrive at say essence ye ho chi ye drum pin emre bi no aban ni hu se wo absorbe eye pressure ebeto manfo no so bedroom rebi no na esese o manfo no so ebemu bi na omo eba betua se wate ase na nkwankwa ye se wo musie kwa ho ye hia mu de aban no ma ye relieved at some point bedroom point bi no ye ba betua se de be ya you know be change the narrative say oh anye se free kra bedroom maybe a ye ntua
de be ka ba ne se time ane wa ho ye hia mu no so koto se wonnua ejira nkrane mu na nkrane ewe na enya saa tam na be ka che ne se tetewa wo nkrane se wo yi ni free mu
mu yi free ni wi achiri no
that is the point
and okay e wona na me pesa clarity
na se abane ye do betimi eji Ghana for e free mu ye free mu na nke visa no ma be to yi na Russia Ukraine no so that's a double jeopardy so na eno achiri no ne hu se no sa ho kire se ba be bade a se se e pekwan foforo so nti be hwa bibi ti se nyina mahoden kan ya se the whole of 2017 MPP abayanto anyina mahoden kan ya mu 2018 yantum 2019 yantum 2020 yantum 2021 yantum aho kire ne sha se ba 2022 yantum by free 2023 ba 2023 Ghana Rezaku Fado to anyina mahoden kan ya mu 2024 otumu na afi eto bia na nka abane nye na adwo se ode bampo no hunu se ode to foforo bi nso ye de eba ema Ghana for nso sebe na finance minister Sabe ne konofrata o kind collective responsibility Ghana for nso sha se ye de etu bi ba hu se nipa suban no emfie enwotwe na president Akufo-Addo abane di ye emu emfie nsia wanto anyina mahoden kan ya mu Ghana ha emu emfie mienu pa obewie ode to anyina mahoden kan ya mu no Ghana for eternity
is it within sa emfie mienu na so na covid living ba ya na se ensia no so no living ba ya nsa na eye anyina mukane ya ne we ne ba
within that period na
2 years and
yeah so I think say by 2023 or maybe into influence of the 8 years Antonio Mahodin can power two mono it is a mema watu aso pa abuja for Dr. Gideon Boakon ena yene no etwetwe enkomo na doc ehwo meso no mame enkinkan eye messages ni bi emma ahwefo a wo mo ehweye Terry Jai enede aba COVID really impacted Ghana and the globe. I pray this never happen again with Ghana's economic structure, which is net import in almost every essential and non-essential commodities. It will be a disaster. No. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's credit score system is going to transform our lives. Ghanaians are going to buy and pay later. We say aban nipa ene de ebaye so ene champon afọ de about great NP ne de eno eba wo share comment wo fans ba o girl we was say nyame o
Oh, offense. Terry, as I was MPP has swallowed the bitter pill for the current government. No doubt about it. Until they swallowed the bitter pill for the current government. No doubt about it. Okay, if COVID had happened under the NDC, like Ghana would have been doomed by now. We say Emmanuel Saka and so ND and also Abba. Okay, kwesi obeng unfortunately. O message need the meeting me enken kind ma ehun ente emfa mame. Doc, one go so na.
Na me see akwa na me saw me phone ma won say manya message me na ye rural electrification projects me. Na is electrician na frame because last week na me na kontokwa. Say twonwa ho light ansen there. Adana yeto abana mitimi so mo light mo na aka nkran krom. Nkran krom de nyame adom last 2 weeks or so yakwa koso e de amom. Na aka twonwa ho ne kofrodua baby. Na mama ma twaja atumba na omo nso e. Na je see ano me man the pressure our friend me say omo the street light na akwa koboso. They say aka meters. Ti wasrame a memwa na meter no emranti twonwa ho.
Mpuni mpuso so kwa na wo say ye fra wa bo wa.
Twonwa ho for nye rest assured say omo meters no. Many other oben kraka sa last 4 days. E be ho adwuma na ba. Boa so odu bokukuru akọ boa so a. Omo so CC post be 4 or 5 be. Near the wires go so. Nyamboa Sunday. Mene electrical engineer no ebe kwa kwhwe. Omo so ya omo dia mom. Nti dia na make can say nti drew sa time no. Na ato plans. Mikrom na papa bi
plans.
Papa bi your friend ato plans. Nti okasa o che burden no. Ama Ghana for afa bibria nipa obi ampe yini ade na ebasa na onkai de waye amano no obekaye so a sa ahoche ni mu nyina no aban na nkada kokora da se ahoche abanti free SHS majai wan kanda kokora da se ahoche na abanti teacher training allowance na bibi se na yehun majai anase bibi still na yeguso ayeye adwuma sese Intina was say a far plan because international capital market ebe close because of one of the meetings. Because about me a analysis now was I didn't be close. Na my main case been true. You see sometimes anya nsem nyina na the obofoko romo ko ho nyina nyina na obabontina obabeka. The time baomia because baomia because on no lead the office but your technical team with some professor ya boa no my yes edwa. Ya analysis who said no. Say anye bibia the besi no enye 2022 September, October, November. Who send your city ni si depreciate here. Afe no bia yam ye de ahihye no. Meanwhile, somewhere from April Hobano, na ba me a signal Bank of Ghana for say look. So man shall say anto gold. Ama ya nyusu gold na support your currency na sika ne be say. I'm saying this on your show. Na Bank of Ghana air drag omo fit kakra. And I want to Bank of Ghana so omo semi autonomy bi in their operations. Untimi show omo bebre. But Baumia had signaled say you have to start buying gold. I just say you can be depreciate. Until September, October, November, Tama see the nation says depreciate. I feel from 6 or 7 and also be na a core 8 na a corning croniba. So Baumia was forced utemi. He was forced to make the announcement because he was forced and also been the first. So no one who said no. I didn't make Kana Sabio Bank of Ghana and the fiscal side finance ministry for into one amono. I have to come out and even bring out the policy. He made the announcement. Say we are going to buy gold to support the currency, and if we January aircon. Bulk oil distributors no more person more craft fan wo de bagana ni nyina no o craft fan won de ba ye ma dollars ye the gold and e be ma. The moment, and anybody can pick the data, the moment yes our announcement no in November no whana see the shares here because there will be a friend signal effect. So we announce policy be na market players net almost a policy no e be boa they start working towards that. And as our signal effect no a shall say ma cedi no stable. This our time no now you talk a liter of petrol fuel around 23 cedis. You could do whole A liter of fuel was around 23 cedis. But that announcement about me making here for gold for oil and gold for forest, you know, you see January, February, na liter of fuel na tiaba around 12 cedis. Because more price fuel price na no the exchange rate of about 19, 20. Now you know about no money is a cost no more the price. But the moment about me announce gold for oil, gold for forest, no more say, hey, the government shall say, oh yes, I did, but see the nenya one it your price now yeah require see a changing no. They started coming down. And then the liter of petrol and then the crown number shall say every CD above form. And a Bank of Ghana for it will say no. The vice president at the Adena to Abontre there, we have to start doing it. So only about me at Trasen there. Now on the Kasana Busan say, what is your biggest regret in the 80s about vice president? I catch you say the biggest regret in say gold na yeto their support to currency no. Sa idea no young farmer because I know na a save economy no. Okay, but you see, honestly, no a vice president. To me, kasi na nini nsem. It is a onya idea bia he has to suggest. Say the finance ministry who is somewhere, the Bank of Ghana who is somewhere. Make a way, and I'm saying there's a Bank of Ghana. You may not be happy with me, but I'm saying say even how gold purchase now, you can na you Bank of Ghana about near the other time about me. I suggest you know that is not the time they started. So yes, because some yenye bida, and na country be any who so why be brim hada.
Okay.
There was no best practice experience. Obi any experience no. Ntina onkrofo who say be ye and asenye because me kai say Professor Bi Olegon our economics department money din for good reasons. A lot of the time no say na baomia propose idea bi and I say develop idea bi because me so na me sure they will invest no. I na me sound to some of my colleagues and professors no. Na tease to them na ma je o madwene. Because there was Professor B or a very vocal power and joy in and about Legon. Because no office na me say prof. E pese chance na ye to gold the support to currency no. What na hodi no say it could be a good thing but has it been done before? And I'm saying no. So they're more careful because it be an alcohol na anya even within the academia. Because now it had not been done before, people didn't think it will work. I know, sir, a time about me, I shall say advice here, and then can be a Bank of Ghana for starting here, and Kayan could do something, but it is better late than never. Yes, starting you know, the effect was strong, and the main anchor to your currency, you see, the anchor, idea assume, imagine, and it is open. The current governor has spoken about it. Nano, Professor Nana Jane, Opokwajiman, Sokra Kanwasam, all those in government knows that they are so you see the Nemo Amanagina, yes, how good purchase now, Ecosono, which is an idea from the previous government, of course, courtesy of Baomia. Okay. We say you are starting term there, but a nona etima boa, Aman Yaduba beard. So I know that there is a future ahead of us.
There's a future. Near future, say me, what can see? I say, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia ewumu se wono ena na eche EMT no abibinia even o make suggestion to Bank of Ghana company abre anko kan ye no mo ye ya ke transformation as changes bebre e buy ebi so edoso bo kese e bone se abra ye hu se ye economy no enko ye ni ade a nti e force ya me ye de yakọ IMF no adenti enenti wotina wo ye nhwe han hwan ne emphasize asomo no embo no esanse se ba na economic management team a wo da no wo mafuto wo hwe said bibia bekoso nim dia wo do bibia ekoi na yetimi ye nhwe ha minim se edumre bi kombo no anase even maban no mo ka se nya de se betimi akọ IMF this tansa we no wan emfa mo no
you see me metna ha na men ka se papa wo ho a yemfanto ba omi akruwa mu boni wo ho dia yenyimfi ni kruwa mu ono ankasa kruwa wote sase na naninje because onim say abana na ye ho nyina na ye collective yenyina na ye aban
okay
so there was no single day your call cabinet and say ba omi ani ho what I say everybody is there may are certain cabinet meetings it is a bibi ko yi e wa MPP aban ni ma yenyina of course ebi ho ebetima aka say oh we di asoma si na dey adwen ne buy and say we ne boa ma ye ni say those ones are there but say bibi anko yi a the collective as a government and as I say fa saade no sankoye isi o man chechire mo no untimi nya ni nyina atote
okay
baby o ha na no ma yeyi ama baby o so a na no ma adwega kakra de hia pa ne se no ma sha ase se edwega nimdia ye de beba beto table so ama ya sha ase se ye de ye adwuma eno ne ade hia pa yi ana sabio eno ma ne bi o ho so a o kasa wo kom bebria na o yi no ma epia bontene you see Betis and Crofocas o Baumiana or your chairman of economic management in an croniba, I no crack. Nanso, Sabio, Adibi honey, ya, a wobi, nay, weeby, so. And a yen house, ye sijina ye, say near Pessia, ya, Untimico Casa, what dear now won't come. President Kufa drank a satihono. And ye be beer a course so on a bemu, and now no, a support to a cabinet. But you would tell me, so what is it, President Kufa time, or more calm, my caucus say, Hepic, President Kufa de Banana Finance Minister of South Marfo and support to the extent I almost say, a dear Bachama, ya ready budget, no, and or South Marfo, dear Memfe, and Jitum say, or Becca Hepic, or the Hepic in bed, a Besha budget, no, or the Besha ma, a we are say, a dinkum dear buy, no. Obiya ya den eso mu bi enti Bawumia wo nipa baako Akufo-Addo ye nipa baako enye bibia ginaye bia aban ni si ye mfie watwem na president ankasa wo support to ye ebi ho a cabinet ono so kase sei na me pesa ye ne sei ebe wi ase dro ne sei papa sei ne ye pesa ye den ye ko IMF normal ekoso ene de bae ni nyina eduru ba bi ne ye hu ne sei IMF no ye kwa ebeboa ade baako a am say ye wo misconception bi about IMF no nye sasabronsam a oba o manmu a na o say ade da bi amai be say adwotwe wo ha ne adwotwe achi na mo done IMF mo do mo ho adone sa ko ni se ukọ ahohihi abrem wo sikasem ho a na wakọ uku a ye part of IMF ne say IMF for maybe a sikasem akoduru no me ya akọ ahokyere me hia mo se mo beba na maye de maba beboa me
doc say what can say me ba beda mo say mo moa me a say emba with a cost
me ba
say ade a wo ho be hare wa ma mo ho adwojo mo
ti wo de wasem ne koto amefo anim say oh ahohia say na makom ana say ahohia say na mehwe a me ya ba bekom emoa say na mehia amefo ne so ye beboa wo ye kuba say wo to adus ti wo ho akere wa say ye bo na emom sani ebeya ahohia no normal ema esisi ye ma wo komu no bra ye boa no sa no ma na enkoso na won san ema na nsibio no mfie miensa na se mfie mi no e de ba beboa we ye be pese obehye wo ho so enumode bebre no twaso pacho temeche ase afa
eti me paso asem we waka we say meaning say monum ye mo
oh dabi sabe ba
monum ye mo de na mo kire mo ma mo ko
enumode no
na mo ni ahohyeso
me ba enumode no kokoye say edru ba bi na wo se wo change okwa wo change na ma ho de nka ne akwa I am fond de omo munim de ntia wo change okwa
but we just see ye tua wo de no kwa ba na me clear we say between 2020 ekosi 2022 and no increment e ba no electricity but from 2023 to 2024
yeah
and the increment e ba
yeah na kwa enti enumode na ba ni say na ahochira aba na aba say we did show hey fellow Ghanaians machem so yeah fellow Ghanaians machem electricity na Ghana for aba say oh health workers market ya na machem mi no me de fa ka ho na Ghana for ani Akufo-Addo aya di o fellow Ghanaians enu mo de no ebi ni ho de aka bi so ma me ka no mo da just literal yes
men kan that trivializing enu mo de ho
no de ntia ma ya to IMF na kire o say masa kania na ochecheche ni free na asa oba ye mfiensi a wonton kania abo mu no ye beboa na emum kania abo no makakra tumu kakra to be sure 2023 na 2024 na ye ton kania abo mu it is also because na IMF ne boa sese etimi gyekwan a sika na omode maye no ye betima tua ne daache nti omo no ba no ma betoto no ma ne de ama mfie miensa na ye hwe na afebia o meti target mfie miensa na so ye betwe ho afiri ho na afi wankasa wasi wo kwan so we nyame adom anasi a IMF for your no mawi na just a minor yasa yasi ya ni ankasa ya kwana so aye noma enti ekoba se wose ekọ IMF ya menim se kasa bi ba so se o ye de ho ma ye nkọ IMF ne nkro ne ba no aye finance ministry position no metima aka kire opin se sabre no ye mu bi na ye free se sa kasa no 77 producer ehun hia
okay
na nka wose ye tu sa na mo no ntem kra ansa na noma agege akwa koduru ba bi ekokoduru ye no but make no de ekosie ye nyina ya aban nyina na esi gina ye
okay
de emfa ne se ye nyina na esi sa gina ye
to take ma me yen can say Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia o take responsibility.
Oh yeah, why not? We take responsibility for that.
We take responsibility. Now we say only nyina
yeah, we take responsibility for that.
So we take responsibility and now we say sabe kase bi koso hu ne say nanka se bi ehun hiam bu say omo beka no. We support DDEP.
Yes, DDEP we support.
We support it.
Yes. We support pa.
Ade.
Enye DDEP aka yente ba bi ayete. Na mebo Ghana for nso abaso. You see,
hey dog, at the expense of a man for
there be meba.
Omo kemu no na we support it.
We support it and I know why. So me te books and on thing. You see, Sunny our car say it drew by beer. Ya so ofin hu nsuo. Ano an ye de no anenam. So sabio anamwa aban 2 year. Adi protected Ghana for COVID time ne Russia Ukraine ema sabe yan shoti bibia o Ghana hada se na kurubi so yeso pemo a wunya bi upo yan shoti bibia o Ghana hada saa ho kyene mu nyina no aban ye de sese oye adi boa ma manfo ho to mo ye free mu asunsunsanso no sha asese eba no na ese ye hwekwa na ene o manfo nyina so be kasa se oh anamo aye 2 ye sunsanso ba ko a ede aba eye amane a yehu nti omanfo momoaye na ye nyina ye nhwe na ye nchichire ye man se be ya ade entra ye so afebɔ na ye be mmia ye ho kakra na ye free mo saa na money bi eye domestic debt exchange program na ye de baaye no se woni a omodo musika abo aban bosia anka aban wo se afibia na se brano ne brano no sika se na otu ama wo no esan se ahokyere na ba na yentime nya sika podo no nyina entua ebra mu hia no ya pese ya chiche mu kakra ye betua de na emom sanka ya de afe ba ko na betua momma ye bese mfie 9 ala se mfie miensa na ya mfie num de mfie tukra ba no du de na ya mfa ntuatua no kakra na nko amenso misika me pension sika nyina na me de abara aban bosia me nimse aja anya hwe no boso mi sia bia me nya na me de bitom hypertension no any diabetes no ntino kwasem in fact me professors bi o mo kire made a na omo pension sika nyina no se na be ya o mpeso de beto fie na wadi amba na sento de abo aban bosia de a na boso mi sia bia no se hu kakra na be ba na wodi so mfa so na aban wo se kabi abosomi nsia bia be ma million enum na wo se wo ye ne mienu na de aka no watua na frida na menu no be de mato no kwasem ni na ha dwene nanso na ba bia kwa akoduru no sabio kwa asuo e de boy hina de ma ye koduru ho no so nyina ye ade ana ye nka bi nsimu de be ba na sesa aban so boa ye ama ye nyina ho to na yetimi trans e bia me kan se akeke e bia se president Akufo-Addo ntu sa na mo na amoa enka bia na ye mu bekura no ebedu sa be na ye nte ase eno wo ho enti na akoya shared responsibility enye sa aban se osika ne mintu yakra na emom bre no na ma metai Ghana for TMA voluntary ye se wa o pese obo aban me ye sa de ne bia sign in nkroneba and I me to chama Ghana for enye oban oman bia na omanpanyini ene sa aban eto so na omo kasa saa ombenya akomatoye mu ade aye ade a medi ho yiyawo ewo DDEP no mu ye ade a ekoba se yese pension for sika enka ho na eko wiase na pension for sika ka ho de nti America se medi ho yiyawo ne se ye ka ye egetumu ewo cabinet utie miye sa DDEP na ekoso no pensioners for sika enye den enka ho meti hobi ye see sa gina ye di wie ye ewo cabinet and a cabinet share information minister kojo ponko ma se on fan to abontene se pensioners sika de enka ho and information minister announcement no president Akufo-Addo ekohia at a Catholic bishop conference for esa de to manim say matitete no hu say DDP no me pese me kama obia adwunom ya ne fine say pensioners die omusika enka ho ya antipu ya antidwe finance minister ede hihye ya ne ba na the pensioners sika
aka ho aden
no kwasem ni kasa me mani ho ya wa na meboa na menim say me kasa me di ho ya na je say ansa na metima bie ma no aka me say ba o me ya ya me boss no so di ho ya because that is not what we agreed on. Now, me kasa enye no na agree on because coming to me can some appear Africa because that president abekanda na information minister and cabinet authority abekanda ntia ye dan and finance ministry for edikoshe na atentina ekoba asa no so yantimi an stopping minister no amanenja patriote merchant but anya se awie nti minister pensioners no be di ho ya and ma sabe former chief justice so for Yakufo no nyina ebufu yes that be
exactly so doesn't mean say the omanfo binum ekeka say ewomu say Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia chair of the EMTD now so ni sem ni be wo ka sabre no former finance minister Ken Oforiatta na onfa no kre
oh men Ken Oforiatta no one taking instructions in free Bawumia
no taking instructions in free no
me ka say na enye na said say
or taking instructions
free Bawumia or no reported to the president finance minister be no reported to vice president vice president the president to me ni bi and or the amount and I will hear juma and economic management team no any Ghana constitution be mo a president be na taking decisions so mati ekuo kakra bi mono eba no bi ho abepese mo tu before it was an advisory committee to the president.
But no, Matthias here. It is a advisory committee to the president. Meaning say OPBB papa bi so eden every moaba. Into advice no be ma dey. Now so ye pa.
Sa to OPBB a.
Enti say ne okay see ho no.
So journalist
advice no what the beba dey.
We journalist. Dey obesi aka me betra me ka so na kind of Oforiatta take instructions from Bawumia. So na mo say headline.
No dey anya sa. Enti wo pa no enti wo podem ma ye dey. Now so wo manfa.
Enti sana America no say. Sa DDP asana ya to pensioners no. Me na me bonyo so menim say Bawumia na ne bonyo so and I menim say president na nkasa so na because now you are taking decision I'm a president abeka wa abontene and I know so there are a lot of people in the government no mo bonyo so but na enya si
doc
enya si awie no
yes nti na wo mo stop ya na enyeyi
and the two million nimi ho
dia yentimi stop ya be say ensi awie tie
sa to me no enimi ho what you say and as I to me so many they say about me to me will be na kowie and I say about me E11 what E11
and also sir one me say e be
what E11 who asem and obi and say about me a digital champion what you say there's no way I know your digital champion or champion digital because yes anko fato meto so na enkele sa de
so we say ye hia
but the conversation was there conversation was there. Yeah, maybe you make your opinion. Sabe, and a nyansa song until Bawumia so won't go out more. And the young one is say, yes, Bawumia can't let us see Jay. There be,
you see, then I said,
it's your name about Mammy Manu, or no, or back Canada. What is the son was Hono? Just all Mopano, but your man canisa, or back Canada. It may carry pass Mohaya, comes the vacant show. He made his opinion. Yeah. What you say na nyama but no ni say e ba beba so but okay say look ono de ho ni say but because say we are saying nyasa nyina ni ono ba o mi atim na aba na nya ono nti ye nyina ye kokohia ye nyina ye si nyina ye say ye beye ye no so oka ho bi o
manfa
eno nya say o manfa ye nyina na ye si nyina ye no
so making open for instance for ofun yi de say we dey money pass me see de mempene so enti ye si nyina ye the next minute one will say kitana ujina isi ni de wasi na nso manfa
and by the assessing what you asenti enya sia na esi ebia ni nyina aka obi na Ghana for to abatia what you say yes we no ma hwegu a na wo mo hwehye President Mahama oba first one no ne no ma hwegu pato because what you me I saw photo whatever bas branding elupre crazy kasam Ghana for say massa wo President Mercy wu na be dia de kakra de wo yini ne no ma hwegu poto olusu ba over 1 million votes na bi nsi o Ghana had obi akra ne ho no waso da da say Mahama besa babio and now to force on your finance minister omo na tena ase amasi kasam ne say but omo so no ma hwegu ye no omo kotena nchen omo hye ase so omo hye no ma ne ye omo be ka omo asem kire Ghana for Mahama kro na ya rejected no and or sa buy or be can asem kire Ghana for mu say oh I was Muhammad de ni say wa say o man kran so yen sa man chance bio and then ya man chance or buy ye so wa sha say a wo ye bibi
okay
and they Ghana for be hu say oh e be a chance o mo de man no mo anu o mo e be a o chena bi Ghana for be cast massa say chance e de man akra de am akra na kan eti yen so ye no ma hwe
e make predictions say a b okay see a b well it's looking back no Obersign recommended, but without a pensioners, you know, na.
Oh yeah, I mean the pensioners thing was a no for me because it was a no for me.
Okay.
See, any but to be a pensioner, but and yes, but the good thing is kakra no aban ne sha say otua brano ne brano no. Omatua things by next year. Na aban we so to us and was here to us na. Oma wie na just bibia ho ato no ka ho bi pa na yisikasem na gina nti se ne Ghana no ma sikasem na ye a pensioners ka ho bi na omatima ma saade na tibakoso
wo ben eye Dr. Bawumia entinka wo de menya pa anko na te ase me bisa na sase mo se
sa da be na person oba
gami adma mande na ke femi afe no edu
or Savannah region when the back so timi do
why me pa cho enti wo ben ni de mama mbisa you know mpempi na obi edi vice president pen and as wo so obi edi pen no a running mate or also aspire obi dia the lot of loopholes obi hu ewo mu me kai pass nyame emfa ye papa former vice president now late eni South Accra ensie time na Dr. Bawumia no kasafa economic misaya na ye bone emane oh man mismanage the economy ni ade enei no se enema edane a almost enter na make us one anka menya but wo tu ne foni de eye na for be partially wo ne tirimo obeka se in a way or misjudge eye sabre no eye former late vice president ana
yes and no because enye normal nyina na sa time na me follow no and as na me ne ye adwuma closely enti some of the things that occurs at time many perfect memory of that but until I make say yes and no and say obianim say there are two heads, president and the vice, but the back stops with the president. Your mind be a church na ekoyo ankoyo Ghana ha ankasa no because ye exercise executive presidency no too many there constitution the way almost see in 1992 I think say in a way no more person will be pleasing former president all and send be soldier to 70 at the identity they wanted to give him comfort. The Ghana constitution is too many ankasa pa no as president himself and this will be a vice president it's more or less Kaneno until Focus about Bawumia has been the most impactful vice president because yes, so say what vice president yes you will be a vice president there as a president co program went to man co no question and it's a vice president then should need role be as so more plenty in the past a difficult so bit to associate a certain impactful projects and policies with any vice president Bawumia be mono and as one President Akufo-Addo gave him some opportunity and then two or no ankasa so why will be a or can a shakra do a be a cancer almost all the limitations there and Ghana for be breed to me who no maybe almost Bawumia and a ma we buy Bawumia and a ma we buy and a lot of the things and Uncle say Bawumia yard but other than that Ublemu Park was Miss Ata be brave, Ublemi Elu Mahama be brave, no manoma, and you're take decisions.
Okay.
At the end of the day, say bibi that table so ombeka omon se munyina the president ne beka no e final so to that extent ebi ameka say blaming a certain vice president so much may not be the way to go but you have to look at issues no SCC and any the contest say see aye ho so Professor Nana Jane Opoku Agyeman ene wo yes but se bibi cause so far you see the whole economy ho obi akora money din atoforcing any finance minister because obi anim say a president any finance minister na ye ka economy ni sikasem ho to ye pa na omo na omo ye ho finance minister ko read the budget or ko read on behalf of the president betima decide say budget me ma finance minister na be ready obeto when the papa for ready tina wo president Kufuor at the time there was a time be honorable chairman Sabonso and read the budget e parliament ye president no budget and a finance minister and read it on his behalf. Or your vice president, or the president will GD will most say, I debut Hokra bit me to the full, but o canning in area, no, take a decision. Yes, so yeah. And men casse, as I say, a certain vice president be wise, I see a blame on for everything. I mean, that.
So doesn't mean to be a vice president to be so criticizing about, economic issues, sir. Yen discredit na me ma yen shedam fano serious na so se bia we wan born home modern economy wan nya de na se later no it turn out to be say e wo se wo ho a wo te se de o kan committee bi na ya born ye de we see an but de komu pa ne de sheda kasa na ye pese ye kasa
chinchina economy about behind their politics. I mean, sometimes when they say politics no more because they know for sure. Say seven preduasa. You can't say why money take a decision. I mean, it is not the vice president. But
homophobia criticizes. I
mean, sometimes they are politics. Sana me when say because of politics and because Baumia say just about me be president to cry. Me sure say and because he is in the competition, you know. Obia per se. Or can be na koye say wo na ama we see ye wo na ama but san microphone na because seven producer obi kura to make us ba omia opposition no o ka say people ba omba yese omba yese amaso into we twatro na make us na no so ye ne dey kan say because omo kan say also because MPP were opposition ba omia was the poster boy for the party what you say because onon so no based on the school our call him there one year juma no and then the credibility and ekita no MPP phone will say no this gentleman own him there.
So do you think say in a way Obama a vice presidential position or a attractive?
That is the point. That is the point. Osha him there na ekita Baumia and love him or love him. Baumia is super intelligent. Okay, I mean, say you know your school.
Not because of Ben in Tina.
Some non-conformist here in Teba who be our own Nyansa and Ajumuda and at a Ghana for a test. You can't take that away from him. In the MPP in opposition, we saw said no, this guy. Nim debut no was President Kufuor said the ma na attention ban so ye London conference be amokoye. Na emrofu nyina te ho more discuss issue no obi a hu solution. Ba me agina che no page anensa. No musu yemba ne kwa no nkasa President Kufuor so okasa wie no na discussion on my the best 45 minutes or munya solution there ba o me kan no be agree to that to say one okasa mo friend mama to mo friend no say ha oh me ko mo ga
do me listening o mutie o
na say wo onim de obekọ wanim
dog say o do say ho no kan no mo no mu di to mutie
omutie no eti President Kufuor bedru Ghana na ekoba ya say deputy governor position ababeto ba o me no na wonru ho no ye special assistant emma governor te send me na me assistant ma ba o me no so no o ye boy kura wo me pejama mo akọ President Kufuor saw it enti obi a one people mu bia no say share meeting ase cabinet ne nkro ne bana ba o me ade idea ba to some ade ejawom enso enya ba wi a na aka omo mo be ye ho adwuma enti ye wo position ye hu say ba o me akasa nyansa wo meton nkrofo asum enti trade ho asama on ye manaka agriculture on ye manaka we enya economy nko asana na waka it is MPP share boss bia ye ba na 8 years ye nkra mo mfri ama na ne mabio what you say na ye buy no 8 years na chi ye de so kra mo a wo de ho so boba wo man bia ye enya ye agric minister wo ho ene sa no ma enti but because say ono na party ni issue no yensem nyina wona na waka ye ko read manifesto kra nipa obekasa ma wa cheche mu yipa na ye baomi anti krofo nyina be hu say baomi no o ye MPP there was like symbolic for the MPP and then this for so hu say ono ka hu bi no mo lose election no till right from the word go no attack bia na baomi aso na ye de e wonti de emfa no ho kra na ye de ahye no de emfa no ho kra na ye de because this for so hu say na akwa na eko no ono ana MPP for de ne yede ebeba se won say ye MPP for ye challenge ba kon ye won say there is no mbeka na say leader wa yin who NDC mu say NDC for ye den we no mo deliver and this away MPP ni kwa na wo criticize President Mahama Abana Mahama dia na abesa abo wo Mahama won say ma ballot paper no so bio senka ye nim obi wa NDC mu a wa yin ho te say na ba o me yin ho right from 2017 NDC for say akoyi ono ana MPP for the bank sabu attack nyina be kono to be wo say anka de ato force ya enye kra no ye bebe kwan bi so e de hakɔhye sa nipa no de agric minister bi ya enye no ye be kan na yakope kwati sanke ni say Professor na Jane and this for besa na ba 2021 and I bet you so be sabi apia but no osonti kra ko bebo
so you do think say nim die a wo ka say de wo ben wo nim ni ntia wo ka say oye intelligent I no de obi no obetimi dispute that fact no. Do you think say during a year 8 years and my breast on more underutilize Dr. Bawumiana?
Oh, me kasa underutilization. I mean, some year careful with my choice of words. What I say, but ebi ametima kasa ne potential say woni mo no. Enye ni nyina na utimi exhibit not because you say you're deliberate, but because of also the constitutional limitations.
Okay.
Because oh yeah, vice president wo woni budget one. Minister bia on the budget line I want the key milestones the action and say wo minister rules so you can do say finance so yes we vice president would be bia sir enti unni bibia ye betimi ade a measure say wo adwuma ya de share won sani wa ya manakwa koduru ha na mum de other ministries ni department agencies ni nyina eye no ene ye same apekoyi e beka so president woni wa ba mo ye say vice president man timanye enti unni bibia obetima ka say vice president say oyese na wanye because your budget by year reading no ministry bia on allocation want to say vice president will be in fact Ghana hakra no there's nothing like office of the vice president. It is the vice president's secretariat under the office of president. Nti ene Bawumia ewo Jubilee House no and I know that is the same for Professor Nana Akufo-Addo. Say Bawumia peska etukwan just so tre e de comma chief of staff na ya busa ne say kwan na wokɔ no o plane ticket ni say na o matwa ticket ye de amano and sana constitution it here the vice president ni budget crash or ka say oh me budget ni project say na me de asime ni so am person you don't have anything like that so per say ye bibia na ya under Ministry of Water Resources na wa free minister na de ato na nim so minister me call crew we say no mo so mo hia BBC me person ka aboa na wo ye omo nsuo no mo minister beka so me ya na say minister beka so vice minister wa president so promise crew fufuro bi ntima menye the president ne promise ye ni wie na say me wie na resources ni bia ka na me de ayewo de na manto hene betuma ka say oh vice president kra ba ha me de to na nim no wa anye
okay
no only 2 minutes or be so the dime minister no so share the priorities of the president
okay.
And I said the overall government na wa ye nti ohene betuma ka say vice ba ha me de to na nim wantima me ye ma de ya ma me na say ne nka ye kan me how nyina to atwa what you say but it doesn't work like that.
Yeah. Okay, does this mean to say ni nim die no owo odema but mo say the men not to implement it ana
oh that be men dey say bebre o say nyina to remember your bar
but we have the men
but you see government adwuma no you normal you wish and you normal obetimi aye because also government is also working within a limited resource so resources na ni ho bebre sa enti wo hia we mu nyina mo tenase a ma decide say no ma do na sesa mo ye no minister na o ye ho adwuma no so kwotenase ono so won interest na waka say we the president kan ma anya ye betima yi mafiri ho what you say no wa hwe no aye no kra ansa to we na se scanner sa mo amaka ne de ma so just ni nyina say da ho ko se ska be ba nti it's a whole and straightforward sort of mention say anti prioritization any agency any normal may go into it until now no matter what you do you end up with some people saying say oh yeah when you so you went to man and then incredible okay
and well we take bullet ama boss ba bebre wo no mo me pese boss ba me
no problem
so na nkasa omafo bi say enei no utie Dr. Bawumia a key idea running through the commentary part digitalization as a wato microeconomics ato baby I won't kind of wasn't doesn't mean say based on the experience when ya 2024 muntina Emma say no digital man edin enimiana.
No. You see, and no mabe brass.
Intima yentia
so we are say sesa. Na we are say asesa no. The whole we are say economy ni nyina no. Digitalization. Your crepa na make a so say you started history, you see your first industrial revolution, second industrial revolution, third industrial revolution. They say they are your fourth industrial revolution. So our fourth industrial revolution, it was our 21st century, a digital revolution. Okay? In the candidate we are saying first no na coal, and then normal na about a fossil fuel, and then normal, and then we are saying it thrives on digital revolution. Na ba omiano sane America no me say meditate amaso among fanchem kakra ne nimde na e wosoro ebra ye lusu 2008 ye ba 2009 2010 no I call back to Oxford University so ne so call school Oxford University to Oxford University for
say they reading no
yes say no hono call school ndi me watch na bi sa na be ka chere
what the said we see Benny's yes
back to Oxford University 1 year as 2 years I would deal Oxford University mom fan so much Adekye kan o three book bi sa book no oko University of Ghana says omo course bi omo yam friend masters in what is it masters in monitor is it Legon for is it masters in economic policy analysis show more reference list na books or modisua dey with Legon yes our masters the first book we see about me book no enti me college NDC for more parliamentary or more yes our program and also my yibin ya me tizi o mo say mo sorry anamu di ba o me ata mo kodru fi anamu di the book usua dey o call Legon say our masters program na mo ye no in their reading list the first book we use at the yes our masters program about me book. So book now a on monetary policy in Africa, Ghanaian primary also. Maybe what school me use be. A tray will as far back in 2010. Say Ghana economy no, and Africa economy no. As I say, shall see embrace digitalization because we are see we are see economy ni na abaye digital economy. Sabre na omaye vice president. Na oye running mate our by election 2008 awa lusu na oye Juma Bank of Ghana oko tra there wa Oxford University no and no trace book and the University of Ghana and other universities wa Ghana no economics department books of modern chenkrofo for their monetary policy yes I book
no enti one so say obi ohonoma e ban theory or ye very good by ban practical
there's nothing like that
so also all like
ni na ye boa
sa
bibi aye ka yes inflation beba from I see yes and sana sikasem na gina and then in chronic banana the idea is conceptualized theoretically now the about practice okay until your policy developers you develop a policy new year near the about UTV department way the conceptualization of the idea is informed by theory. In the theory na what is the difference? There's no difference. Okay? Into idea no ya de beba no sanity. Into baumia hunu ye. Na nya baumia as far back as 1911. There's a professor, been Nobel professor, Professor Joseph Schumpeter. Obi awaye the evolution of economic theory knows about Joseph Schumpeter. Joseph Schumpeter theory or the seminar work about digital revolution and a destructive technology and or kato about this. Me and Kasa have written a paper on this, okay, published by Macmillan, one of their book chapters. Enti digitization, I know that you be economy be on digitalize and neno. So economy no can never progress. Now remember one or two few practical examples. Say a person economy be a year. Na juma sem cost no nkro ne bakoso a ejina kwanya sika faso edi akoneba oboni be kan say velocity of money ti wo kakra ho na de akoto ade na watua na the more o to ade na watua ne ntem obi do kana wo tua ntem ɛyɛ de ɛboa ma wadwuma kora ɛyɛ de ɛkɔsoro senka yɛde so tie ABC mu sɛ kane no ɛna mebɛtɔ wade wɔ Kumase na me de kɔbɔmaa agye sɛ edwada foforo asa aduru ama mababɔmaa na sika na ready kra me de abrewa akyerɛ sɛ wo nso ɛbrɛ sɛ wonya sika de yɛ adwuma na twe akɔ akyire ɛnyɛ saa kyerɛ sɛ wo nka nkɔ akɔ akyire yɛ digitalization mobile money buy abawomia no buy de mobile money interoperability buy no ɛno ehu sɛ o send sika ma aba wo school ne nkɔ ne ba ama na yɛ hare so dizobi do kana sɛ otua eni kwan sɛ wo trend the next market day eni kwan sɛ wankasa kra wo fa ka boka ɛde kokɔ tua sika ka sika na abefa no kra na abro sɛ sika no so digitalization ama no makoso ɛnɛ because of digitalization the digital economy the payment systems aba abusu ne nkro ne benti almost every university lady a business our campus because onyanya phone na wo twa product no the to IG or the to more friend is saying ne nkro ne ba me TikTok ne nkro ne ba obi timi order na nipa kora tua na the ama delivery na ekọ nti most of our young girls is here no omo wo school omo timi ye bibi e de show omo ni nyina he digitalization. So digitalization ni wha emma cost of even doing business ekos nti Bawumia saw this way back and we try about it in 2010 until today the professors are using the book to teach. It took us a look. So economy be usika sembe jina ne nkro ne ba na wa amfa digitalization enye adwuma. What was na no Star Oil for the ababonte say we taxi driver, we trotro driver. Now person wo tofu or Star Oil ni kwan so discover. Ombetu ama fu ani bi. Na actually why then what we are because of what Ghana card and traceability and identity of users of financial transaction a known Ghana card number a no be and then because of that anybody credit score system or the buy then crowd jump be yen you know kwa bochira prekope no ato card ya ban chese card na bottom na de koto car no the digital systems are working because payment system ni nyina true electronically into ko bishop Malcolm na koto fridge koto iron ne one tueska kra na essence of more Ghana card details now payments are we be through the electronic system they can deduct it and then kakran kakra Bawumia kan ho asem ne yedi na tem na credit score no I started with Star Oil for aye statement atro abonten mo boba Bawumia abaso say saa de na o de buy na omo ye na ono so aka ho asem abo abaso no mani aso say vice president so recognize say omo de ye ho adwuma enti Bawumia saw it ahead of time. Nipa wonim de bro so no tim hu ade bia na obi hu e bia ne gold for oil ne gold purchase amekaye what kan ye kra no Bank of Ghana for ankasa no na omo hye dan tiase they were not prepared to do it and ne aban we modima wa ba wo sikasam nyina because of gold for oil and gold purchase ade na ye kan wasem it Bawumia sees a lot and I'm telling you me kai say odi drone system buy edruba bi Ghana for ne NDC for kan ho asem ase edruba bi na MPP for bi kura hu ni say yes afidie bi lupreketo bi a pilot bi antim ebetime atu e de aduro fi ha akoduru ba bi na ekogyato forest mu ba bi na wo ye ne den ebi se wo dware e be fa na MPP fo ni bi suro me ana na me ye kasama fo Bawumia me na me bo ho dawro it got to a point I got ministers in MPP government calling me to tell me say kabeya me nka nche Bawumia ne yen drop aside because enya adwuma
so I'm telling you didn't believe in
I didn't believe it and I me kind of creature because me na me bo ho dawro across the country so Bawumia ko fa ba na abeso ame binya people in government some of them no mo ye ministers trying to convince me say kabeya kaminja na me country vice president anka yenja because ade no send nkrofo sika ho asem na hwekra drone na namwema na dua bi kra akopim dua bi na ate ato Ghana for bedi atem people didn't even believe it but you see papa no we hu ade no and here ko Silicon Valley was San Francisco was US and the zipline for akodi hu nkomo many Bawumia na koi so I saw as ade na betima ye adwuma but people didn't believe it because on hu bi da until bi hu asem da on Tennessee daje and think about something like that. But Bawumia adwe ahead of time. Eti sa digitization na ye kano. Say no nimwa Ghana economy no it will crash.
Okay.
Economy bia in this way. Don't want to be Bawumia kan ya na ye chance ye no. Even advanced countries o manya sa no man. Afena most of them o ma chance ya o ye share tax system. The idea of the buyer about your tax system. See any flat rate tax or can want some 2024 8 years no bibisama but or this idea na bano yaka ya janisa. I'm telling you, sir, in the near future, Ghana for now will come back to Saba Omia idea na no can once. When your opportunity I'm a president and to implement it, I'm hoping say can be a buying way, ebe some no my implement. I'm not boa businesses in Croneba. They are not doing it. But maybe one day they'll come back to it. Okay? But Omiaka or they are toho, a quarter opposition. You wait 31st year, or because was why there, aka. People don't see it. But that is the future for Ghana.
Okay.
It is no more be what transfer plan on your time every day. A transfer journey no more be home. Me so start a campaign no can be about constituency based budget. Now this is phobia shall say restaurant. Give yourself 5 years, 10 years time. Ghana for Bible say, hey, say constituency based budget now. But Omiaka no and the Bebo Ghana. On your opportunity, ebe ye president or be ye. But let's assume say on your opportunity. About we decided so more year. No who say yepe or besha say no maya. Enti papa no. Media me who say let's give time some time. Okay? Ghana for begin to realize, hey, I say ba Omiya can we, ba Omiya ye we na ke ye en temwa. Enka oman ke feel how be because yetima tenase ya diagnose Ghana economy na hu say no. President Kufuor do ba any dey wie. Okay? 8 years no nya bibia na obetumi aye. Ade no bi okwana nim die wo ha, untimi nya bibia in 8 years. That is why Baumia so hu said dia kana President Kufuor aban no antimi anye no. I was say yes timi enya sa nim die no na ye de ye adwuma. Amana cause bi okra Kufuor aban start here. But because when nya bra anye ho adwuma ntam ye hye da hu esomfa so kese e bia nei aban we to aso ye hu ni kakran nti
na ebi kombo na niema nimdie bi one suggest ye kombo na that time no
young fan year jum oh yeah I'm that one I can tell you for sure yeah metra hanka ni nti I know say one day say Ghana for a man sa opportunity na look Baumi aye no ma be breed abo Ghana and no am ye ho ahen higher no ma be breed
nti and moving forward and yen share detailed economic speech from Dr. Baumi ana bibisa abeba
oh yeah meaning say we 31st January by the grace of God.
31st December.
No.
Okay, January.
By the grace of God, next month, you're to Abani we are, and I know deep within me, so MPP4 ebesama about being opportunity to lead the party. Obviously, a budget into your dance, into your delegates, and I know they'll give him the chance. The minimum so we 31st now, definitely he will say something. Okay. So near immediately actually abosumi back abosumi mienu. There are a lot of things to talk about. So better Ghana for us, better delegates, but he will also get time to share 1 or 2 ideas. Ubeka say na wo nim de bia de na wo 8 years 1 year no de mesre 8 years untimi fanye bibia. President Mahama wabeye president pen. Paso obaye wodi nim de fofora ba anya sa. And ska beka sa de na otena presidency 8 years 1 year ni nyina. It's say a time bound, time constrained. Na ontimi nye bibia nti na obaye Kumasi to Accra Expressway. So hono na ni na adwum. But no obaye so this idea na yede. Or the aba big push. Na hono nti nipa bia na wo man kwan a so what you say and as Abraham so na or your vice president Mahama kwado be your president to me one say but me no your vice president nti he could have so many things on the table so kra na obe person ka bia be ya bre amakwan. Let's give him a chance.
And I yamfa.
Yeah, so you say in the space of constitutional limitations concern war ne ho nyina se onne ne ho no na watima ya adwuma ma enega na fo timi do mo sesi omobo se wotan okwadu na wayi America ye ka omampani abedi akire a wabɔ ne ho modin wo Ghana ha paade a ye ba omi ade a adenti na yenyi ntum se ye ma ne kwan be ye omampani na ɔkyena bi Ghana fo betimi akase no kwasem ni say ya maba omi akwan amana me ye president na nke ye because why ye bi pen force ya amfo na chere nto aso na onya obaye nso ye ka chere de why ye bi pen
ye can digitalization asem na wo cheche ye mu menim say aspirants be brave enso so ewo wo mo nimde specifically me kai say honorable Kennedy Japan ebet na ha say na wo ka say enye digital mon festi anema me enye no ne ye ka wo bia we bi enwuma wa ye bi pen a omanfo betimi ahwe no so akase we de waye bi pen eno homom na yemfa ye nchire eno no uso mu say.
Oh, I mean, with all due respect, many has some be responded to be asama wakawa ono de na dwe no but the me nim ni say sabi yensusu nipa modern mo anase na bra ba wabo because of enyuma wa bi nko a dabi ene ye kan sa de a me wo me yonko pa bi a ono sabi impreduasa wa shada nko school bebre but wa bi enyuma bebre wa bi enyuma kra ma me kra du bi no wa family na me ye adwuma ma no enkyere nso se watima bi enyuma ntini nimde a woni tim na so chen me de ono no wonimde e wonyuma bi ho na me nso me wonimde wo sikasem ntoto ye ne no ote ase nkontabuo ane no bi awo na ho oden na ekoba se yemma obi enye omampanyini dia yentimi mfa ade ba akopɛ anase mienu pɛ ensusu nipa otiba be omampanyini sabe Ghana ha ye kan ye wa mampanimfo bi a omabɔ mo modern pa ye nyina ye kan asɛm a na ye bɔ wondi but ye nim sa sankrofo no mo ye business tycoons pa jote me china se osaje fo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah wote no so a na wa sorry me nim adwuma a Kwame Nkrumah be bɔ bra wo wiase ma ye se obi ye anti Kwame Nkrumah company na enie bra na o me ye omampani no me nim what me china se President Rollins na me nim adwuma a ye se Rollins bi or ye businessman afa nkrofo adwuma ha wa ye se sabe impreduasa President Kufuor kra de ono de na minim say o brick factory bi e wo Kumasi hoba bi anase bibi but na wonye obi a fan say ye ka Ghana business moguls a waka ho same cannot be said of Kufuor same Mahama minim adwuma bi a ye say Mahama e bi wo guarantee enye adwuma obi abie na kire say obitima abaye omampanyini anaso abaye omampanyini so baye na adwuma ebuda bi enye saa netie name omampanyini die no a combination of so many things one nimdie mapa ene sebe buo tema ye wode manipa you see leadership ankasa no human relations a key at the center na meka human relations a sene nipa because say you can say oh you president na wanya ahobrase say nipa atwa ho ahye ni nyina nyansa obi atim na wo yo ho say me de me na me ye president kra no me hwe me na me timi ye madwuma nyona betumi fu be hu a obefeli bebre onkrofo no kra be sit back ye kan na wo ka say adem ba omi aka say na yamfa anasese ne yanyese every nation ehia omampanyina or respect the opinions of people tie nipa asem okay and say o be your omampanyina ye be your omampanyina di ka say enya obi a onye no ho say wabɔ ne brawi wanya ne ho awie anase ono de ono no ne life wale digina ohu ne ho say oye king dada enti untimi ntunufo ene sankro ne ba no na eno kwa no na ebia se wa biebie nyuma bebre pan a otianye ebitima aye sintudua ma menka asase bi asa na etuba otianye a ebitima aye sintudua ma because o private company now ye CEO now ye owner o de o ka na ye adwuma o boss o ba de o ka no eno na say workers no ko musuro se when you successful e wo saa bia na eye pasa wa hwe now de say suban na betena konya so say o mampanyina ebeye wo say na wo si command o workers e wo adwuma mu no saa na say wo command o cabinet anasa saa na say o command Ghana for enti Ghana for case bi na wa hwe na akoye who born dog me case ya on dey say no hwan say o ba be case ya on Ghana for enti
but say command na boa amana is successful. Don't you think say we implement and I say we inculcate
so you're careful
in another side and successful
and normal a team will be successful e when a private business no enye open enye nsem ni nyina na ohunu
okay
and then nyina so na wo de waso ye den eti did the betima ma will be a successful e when a jum na ankra adwuma mu de yakom e masa amfaso no eba no we need to know anya sa obeye mistakes bebre enti na meka say yes ebi so na enye wonfom so but wa bia adwuma na wa fa nkrofo adwuma eh boss oh yeah so bia ye be ho enti bia na okra na enye wosuban say ye kabianka bi ba se ne aha de se ne adwumafo no si hoahoa wo ne ade no over time no abayo so sa de se obi a treat me
it before ultimo
sabi yesi asetena pa e ma refi and a power also corrupts nti etimi fa utim kwa ma tim yo de se masa na me politics na me buy anka wo se no aso be kasa manim rofro me come adwuma mu a workers 3000 me dru ya na obi ebo ni mu ase me yesofo me dru ya pepa me mpaboa ho na ma be politics aka me be ye nti na nipa ye nipa nti wan hwe ya etimi sai no ma bi na omampani di no ehia botra broso look obetuma wonim die ni nyina akora no look uni abotra enye yi because obetin nsemo a akoya o jira woni ma o kasa asema che upa de enye politics anka masa o commande ba ko anka no oda ba bi kura dada ba san so abaye o mampanyin nti no se ohume enoma no so wa share o minister bi se onya ade de o ka se onye no minister no nimpefe se the president ka no me ya emwa eye wrong but be a foto be a president enya ene wono nso nim dia wono office chenchina che no na beye de ebeboa esese wutimi nya minister bi obenya akokoduro agira woni maka se Mr President waka we de but yenye se unye obi a nipa no hunu se waka wo betia enye adwuma because me hu bibi mre bi atwema opani bi da suban bi adia ema nipa ehya na se nyina hu se asoma se de mesra ade jani sa menko kan wo because na no asoma se challenge no sama obi na no oka kire no to se na mahu ayede ato obi aso nti ebasa na bibia wo ye bia echia kra na wo nya wo nkrofo mo nkan kire nti akoma ehia pa yie so benya akoma ye de betie dipa na onyo ho se wo bro nipa so na wonyo ho say because of life be our boy in private life why you be we did no obi antimi keka bibi ankyerɛ ebasa you be put in a coalition with the electors any omanfo no any one kasa wo cabinet any nipa no mo ye adwuma fe bedu abi no obi abegya wasema wo kasa ya asoma si de yanka na asemo because minim obi a enye sem nya na ka o ka asem bi kyerɛ panye bi say okohu asoma si de enkobo we su in private make actual it has nothing to do with omo money ba me contest ni ba nipa foforo because no ada suban bi adi ama ne nkrofo hu say asoma si de oni ne kohia koka asem we di a enkotu no fom fa ha o because the fa hope ani asema wo kan nyina enya adwuma the moment ani nipa ye adwuma na omo saa timidity no ewo wo ho no you will flop, you will fail big time.
Okay, so
I was say no more be brain combination.
Exactly. So do you think say Dr. Bawumia ebana koma asemna or stand tall than other aspirants?
Member Jano with other aspirants, but the minim for Bawumia. And I know say Ghana ni bia oni Bawumia a share. Edip say Bawumia e will boo at the manipa.
Is he not pretending?
No, Asabi. And now I'm going to be actually I think it's Kofi Bento. Bawumia has been in the political scene for the past 20 years and 18 years. So, Ghana for Uyi President Mahama Friwa, Bawumia and Ache our top political scene power Ghana. Uyi President Mahama Friwa, Bawumia and Ache.
Okay.
And all these years now,
not about say be a party.
No,
yeah, the will be away in
exactly.
Front and
yeah, at the top. Uyi Mahama Friwa Bawumia no, not a single person. And a bit makaso many Bawumia nkanta bi ma ne bufu me ma oda na di ma me hu ya na say ogidi mata na so ka asem bi na say me ka asem bi ma ne shut me up. No, look, until na ye mu be ye comfortable working with him. And all the young people in the year adwuma because onimade nim pa na wa shada to ama.
Okay, the wo ka sisi a wo ka say unu se bi so hu say o ba beto ye party na ne ye wu da years ansa na wo de wo ba wo kompo de kompo de in a way no ye na ye clear ne maybe kra ansa na ye je watomo enti na ne soro na wo no e wo you know political front na enne de
no say ka at the press mama
aspiring to be
president and vice president at that level.
Okay.
So enti I was habitual and now you see or respecting the power opinion because ye ne namu ye tunu for offer So if I show you, so maybe that should be a mini honor. We family for no de me ne chats actually we argue. Oh, there be something sir. So we argue, we share ideas. There's so many things. Oh yeah, no, oh no, this then he retreats. Oh yeah, and obi when look, CEOs, private businesses are now omunya by economic management team. Anybody omuya meeting to the extent of your vice president no tons afre makola for a man no maba kumase magazine for nya no mo buy your office oh. Yes. No mo yemi to mo cast
and now no in the public.
Oh, you're putting it out and Kumasi for magazine for team ya makola for Kaishi
vice president.
Yeah, or Kaishi market for ni na omo office and here be meeting Uber for ba me open up. Okay, because a honor ya wonya ideas ni. Let me tell you this. And maybe I tete import duty so by 50% benchmark values yet is. You see Ghana no more is but you see and no matter how many see your president Kufuor person.
That's a bunkam fast.
And Ghana ha and maybe under President Kufuor yet import duty so by 50%. 50% ewo Ghana. Import duties under Kufuor. About being no how what my yes are importation of import duties on vehicles yet so by 30% ewo President Kufuor by the parafi.
Also sometimes too, Yenshen say you better so dear. But still as cities no appreciate here. Not be $1 no more appreciate.
No, say you better so no calculate. You better so no factors are no money. No, you better so no factors are no money in anya the final value na san so. And I'm telling you this because sa idea to reduce benchmark values and sa import duties but umia enya free or kaishi market to me for no. Mekai pa omoni anti Georgia hotel. So no sumi so drugstore bi, a pharmacy shop bi was omo nyina na buy and no cash for ma. Ba omia no omo na tenase. Na omo dwendwene port issues na bra omo bra GRA ni no ti omo kire no kwan bebre say o benchmark value we ni say be we ni say ampa ode koto cabinet and the to finance minister na ban tie preoccupy yetete sa no mani nyina so. Enti a lot of the time ya pick most of the ideas you know GRA for issues are now can wasem or ka say omontimi nyama omontimi file or tax e mobile phone so na omonya digital ni nyina na your market women share no and omo kire how a GRA for si harass omo and market women no suggest yes say Mr. Vice President no krepa na ka kire so ade na omo yenti ya omo haye omo ba ade na kra na ya na ye dey say omo kan no kra kire no
omo kire mu loophole
exactly omo ka kire meti hobby. No, oh, sir, minimum. No, say, allergy, I catch you, allergy, what kind of crack, tears, you kind of crack. I know, Busso almost a bayan, then also. Moyen say, Maya, ye have a boy. I almost say, ye be lose, dear, but a yes simple Maya, and I see Triani, and says, can I ye Triano? A quite by a home, I am called individual behind you, Tria, and Palmoyan is also a ye. And tea, or was harbor training the money. I know, when is a woman, young such a will be anti, okay, anti president, you know. He has a balancing of mental framework.
Okay.
To balance a whole day and no more be brave.
Doc, a bit more at the ASN Tansan we say a bow say. Say you share ye seek some mess a criti and near the nana. It do point to be. Now one uncas personally no do any shape at the Cremo say. And ya dear 2024 elections, the big queer mom and nunti and I'll cast okay, then let me secure myself by going to Parliament. Do you think it's a fair assessment? Oh
no, it's never fair, and I have tried sometimes.
But so what's it be?
Oh yeah, I'm at not to say some of the things, but maybe I know my MP meeting me a catch. Some my politics no, my woman kakracho. I am not nipa ni bi ha, mo feel say because me bank can na be no feel say me near politics na. But me started politics from senior high school. I said, we were secondary school or Bechem Presec. Now me a senior prefect, okay? Now me a senior prefect or Bechem Presec. And at one time there was lawyer be I know with Jinama in DC or Bechem. We were friend lawyer something. No, by a campaign or school. Now me a senior prefect, and I'm a prefect in Bibeka Chairman. And I went to stop him. That's our President Kufuor time. It's in 1999 or 2000 election. I was I went to stop him. Because me MPP now by a campaign or in school one country, me a senior prefect. It was a me post. And they have been doing that. And I'm a year MPP polling station youth organizer, communication officer, what you say? Na me be Ashanti regional youth organizer. Sometimes because of school and a professional work be any university Adekye, people didn't know I had done politics before. President Kufuor ne kan say obi enu ho police onya IGP a woni. Okay? Obi okọ police onya IGP a obedi. Enti even though me hear politics no, there had been calls on me, say me hear MP, those kind of things. Me kai pa say honorable Frida Pempe be hear MP or turn on off. Now or when prime minister, even at the time people felt say I should come in because I was Ashanti regional youth organizer then, and I'm sure there be me ready. And because my name was coming up. I remember one of the meetings when you feel, or catch a delegates there or and I said, Gideon the Amunya but me call ETS me we are or no neighbor. And they said oh yeah, that was 2012. Because yeah near year Juma, what you say biometric registration bar. First time I call training turn of delegates, you know. I mean so we had done things. And the young politician be an opposite progress here. You can't rule out MP sem a woman. And yes, sir, me baba me office, no. And I'm who says I'm this as me company. Now the entire my year in 2000. Now Crawford bring him say me kwa running for MP. In fact, now I who ama me MP or at the time. Me name so now they got two chief of staff and name I don't know. Mintiminka. A chief of staff called me. No, say oh, I just say constituency or top of pioneer that didn't China. Uniaba and San Kubio. And I'm so, mommy, what can me share that when 7 Crawford, but me share that into Wakamati. Then Dr. Kotor say of blessed memory and in Pennyphobia. So, me name something that the Kotoman I can say. But not acquire back on you know, so the 2 money. Then the vice president. Because vice president, the MP Nankas and I decorated vice president. So I knew what crying. So vice called me, no, so say na Martin, so say. Chief of staff craft friend and I'm not doing anything. So I just let go.
But there was
there was a penny in fact I can say Honorable Kandapa had called me to a private, so he was national secretary. No, so was. We've been having discussions and I think young guys no more party no more say you grow me or more for the future and you are one of them. So I just want you to know that discussion has happened in it.
It is a intervention but
you just have to organize yourself.
Possibilities and
coming at the time to be honest. The Honorable Kandapa spoke with me. He's on the only kasa about future.
Okay.
So Pennyphobia trans no man will say young guys or more party might say you grow me or can be. So you have to prepare yourself. And I'm saying no problem. Immediately, I mean, I've been there. Here, by year 2000 and 2000. Somewhere, was it February or something, 2001. After that time, I'm about Kanafrata or approaching in the home fan on the other. And I'm saying this for the first time.
Okay.
So my boss called me to the house. It was one Saturday. And I'll catch him.
Boss, which is Dr.
Yeah, I'll catch him. There have been discussions. Say, I should go as Deputy Finance Minister. Okay? And he wanted to let me know, no more chairman, Finance Minister, kind of free Abuchaba. So when he comes and they finalize the decision, he will let me know. I declined the offer there and then.
Why?
And Kasame Kojino home
Abba. Ade.
Right in front of my boss in his house. I gave him 2 reasons. And here. Medana say on my dream but I don't want to be the Deputy Finance Minister. I mean must have reasons. It should be a private conversation. But my request I'm the tone and name say even though I'm declining to be the Deputy Finance Minister, I have the ambition to go to Parliament. Okay.
As a 2021
and 2025. It's a time of Sonny open nominations in 2024. That is what I want to do. And as far back as 2021, now I had made up my mind. They said 2024 elections.
Now what can I say? So ma quite there now. Honor no can say.
So yeah, no, say it is too early.
And also a ma who.
Also rubbish. Say it is too early.
Oh, okay.
But
a dear day who yenti ma wunya. You know, sir, Adjumopone say 2024, 2025, you want to be.
Now a lot had happened
within the constituency.
Within the constituency.
Okay.
And sometimes I also felt I needed to listen some way, somehow, to the grounds. But na me say man lock me boss in Temanto.
Yeah, best about be pussy.
On my opportunity say yes me call deputy finance minister me decline say me nyako ano. Me decline with there because how many young guys na you can say call deputy finance minister so monko. But I had my reasons why I didn't want to do that. Okay. To me decline and I'm so me the one no. Say na me person me. They say drew na ma me kwan there. It is as far back as 2021. Okay. I had hinted, say I will go to Parliament in 2025. And I was in a way, prophet be who say that the economy in maybe in Queen. No. There was no much of a problem in 2021. We were okay. Until that had nothing to do but
Doc, my mbisa said that time no. Nyame ya madom na se moba be mo se finance minister na de ndie e de na ba.
Na me ne ho say koka say David me ne ho to me kra say me ka say e na say bi. I know de yenya ma nya ko.
But say de o say to say de wo hu ne ntema wo aspire to be an MP now.
Say wa wo kan wo need to me kra say be ma me say to me. Ntimi ka say yes or no chere wa so bi a so.
O me person you when you so ade hu no.
Enti say I know de me
yonko da no na ye bom pa ye ntimi
ya kai wo. Ya me nka bibi sa nche me da chinti. Yenja ma no de nyame. But this is what happened. Okay. I'm telling you for the first time.
It's offer no so the background wonje.
Oh, I know yes our time no. And based on
ye ko ye nim na say offer of to be a finance minister ba wonje.
Oh, me tran say yes or no. My name is wife be discuss. E bom pa.
I said yeah. Oh no wife be discuss.
I said we catch our bread in my na.
Ayo, I see. Ye bread komo na ye de na ye bread no so ekọ ye sorry so. Mami embisa wo say ade ben pa na wo koye ofrene say wa ben mu na wo ben yo mampanyini abedi akire a wo begi atomu say sadi we di ankoye se munyame ye madomo na se mutime ba ben mu a mo ko humpo no masan repeat bi ade
ka me ankasa na asa aban no
and se wo mu bi enti se ye wo ankasa wo decision bi a wo take wa ben mu a e take effect a ede you know so bi a ankoye e ba na aban no in general.
Oh, me ankasa de na me need to me say me take a decision bi me de me ne say me hu bibi na anase ebusa ma dweno bibi ho a na ma kire na me ntimi nkasa ma aban ni nyina so because me ni sa 2 minutes aban ni nyina be kasa say na ya ankoyi anase but me say me kasa ye mo no ma ba ko me no bi ho a maka ho asem what you say President Kufuor 8 years no oye nipa nyina so ne nipa na wa ban mu
okay
me ntimi nkasa bibia ne call sene na yen edikan kra ye hwehwe no anase na Ghana fo nyina hwehwe no nipa bia no nante a obeso ntika kra ne nkro ne but it's part of human life abanya what is the same thing obia enti enya bi obia ne sene osi ho no bi o ha ye ya so obia na obi nso aye den aso nani enti sene de meka sene Ghana fo si hu Akufuor aban no ene sene a omosi to omaba ene sene omosi hu ne bia no yamfa sobo ma obia ana aba sobo bi so aye de sampa ema obia
well my limiting it down economic mistakes be na mo ye ya mo repeat bi
oh economic me ka say mistakes by bia decisions bia ye take ya na yesusu say be ko awiye pa
bitesede
na anko sedea ye nyina na o man for hwehwe no e bi say bia e-levy okay maybe right from day one I thought say it was not necessary. There were other alternatives bia nka ya ebeye some of them ye mu bi kan ho asem and I know say braba umia e pursue e-levy even within and a pin and no buy no he made some alternatives. Other people also made some alternative ideas but the first say free ba umia ho aba no nkyere say ye fa because say we are saying answer nyina so ni wono so ni trim now say ye tie other people na ye nyina ye take a decision but if we are saying no revenue yes e binya free e-levy no ne nsunsanso a be ba say na esusu no kra anko ne sa enti at hindsight no o ma me opportunity a make say bia no yeah no kwan for so a nke bitima ye den e bitumi abo enti there may be one or two things a bia sania esi ye no anana mo aye two ye no anso Ghana fo ani ana say anko no sene na esi pen but yakoye nipa no so no untimi nya no totoro so mfie watwe de a normal bebre hom and I know so said that a lot of things are yeah me gidi say in our sober reflections as Ghanaians you transit him say Akufo-Addo aban so oboa ye pa so tell me chana say na Ghana fo nyansam no and omo hu say e wo say aban sesa na aban foforo ba sebe President Mahama yesade ne baye ono so no abedi o mampani ni bipen ma owie ne Ghana fo hu say wa mo no anase no ma o ye no anso ye ni ntie sesa but wi ase ne hu say oh yesa ma ne ba biwa ebetia intime so de meka kire MPP fo nyina ne say eni kwan say ye de sika wo ye hu bebre ye hu no say Ghana fo nsem ne ekosre to me ana omoa asaya soye na emom se yetenase na ye kan ye nsam yi ne ye hwehwe ye no ma yi ne ye putu ye house in order Ghana fo kro na be hu no say ye ma ye kwan foforo a ebitima aba be bibi ye kra de yeti ye and this President Mahama ye rejecting ne yasama na ban ye candidate bia ye be yi no a candidate enyo no na no ye president nto no so afie no no so de ne nimde ono ankasa ne de eba be ye adwuma de aboa eno na mesre delegates ni nyina se yen kai ba omia na ye hu ni se mfie aba omia ne ye di wo MPP mu no ode ahobrase ni bu nimde mapa modemmo na wa ye de aboa party no ye wo opposition ene ye ba mu enyina ye nim se normal akase ane ye MPP for ye betim de ensase ye bo akase we ye papa no dodo na abu ba omia ensa wom a wasan a kire nimde mapa Ghana for wo gidie wonimu se papa yi de to about 2024 na what nsem bebi wa abonten se oh obo was meant to man MPP but me ne ba omia ni problem bibi se ni ya bobo bi so ha Ghana for nimde nti omoto abati MPP ti de nti Ghana for to abati MPP no se ye pese ye catch Ghana for se omonsan to ba mai bi wa se o yare na obi kira wo yare se wo hu ano aduro enti yako blame ba omia se ba omia ntina Ghana nye ba omia ntina Ghana for to abati MPP Ghana for nim se nti a ye to abati MPP ya bobo bi so ha oti as ye ko to about 2024 no obi anim some of the issues enye ba omia ni padua per se so enti ya wo se yetimi hu se enye ba omia enti and Ghana for me metra na menka but ubusa Ghana for to aba na busa mo se di enti na wan to aba ma NPP a on be ka kire wonya nipa du gina street so a menyi ni se emu ba ko ana mienu kura be ka se ba omia enti ana ya to aba ma NPP ne mo party no and sese ye ma ne ya akono na ya kire Ghana for se sinto a esi ye enti obufu ye no maboa na ye den bia DDP levisem ene no maba ko menu bi nti amohwe ya manto aba amaye no ye hu ni se sebe ye ne mo trans ne ye kasa ye bi hu kwa ye be fa so na ye moa na ntimi nkoso na ye fa ba omia ensanya de emra because once science na e wositie no nimde no ne adwene ho brase obu o wode manipa okanipa bom na otie obi asem na Ghana for ye de ehwehwe na ntimi sanfa nko ye ne
mate me dase pa but say enye do or die say empo no delegate na enti no mokofo bi fofo ba some campaign na nipa
oh said am ya ka no waka wi on betie but ye mfa ne say ankoba ne sampa ye de ye ho de Ghana ene NPP amanyoko nti ye nyina ye be ye adwuma e de aboa ama party but I can assure you say ye besa betra ha bi after 31st January no na yenim say Ghana for MPP delegates ehun say CS to aba omia so na otimi ye adwuma e de boa party no mayekoye no
mate assurance de ma gibi o hase pa dog ye da say papa unyuma do so wo mre no wadaje awanyama ye ne sopa na wonsa na obekọ no minim say de na obechia o manfo ansenti chi omune so
ya nti sana medika kanyame aduma ochina SDA Church ewo Tanonof ye bekọ akọja omo na omo annual program ya akoso da feso doma manhema na akoso afema ye ma no happy 25th anniversary nyame aduma ochina mewo ho na ye constituency so emu mpanimfo nyina asofo imamfo ahemfo omo nyina nso echia omo na sane maka no nyame aduma ochina mewo ho at about 5th January nti Christmas day ashase nti programs yakokoso Okobi Jones Smart Ben ene ne nkro ne ba akasefo ne we nyina eginam Christmas eginam nti se soloku ne atwa yakotwe bi afi so orphanages mom's love and Susan so yeni abema ba akokotopre joy from impact makers or yeah juma pa for orphanages ye were so for ba ko bi so on so yeah orphanage program be on Sunday e wo dua nkwante ba ko tawo mu nyina chi Christmas kakra ye wo bia no ye ne akunafo be che ye ne orphanage for no be che ye ne youngsters no and so be che ye footballers na no adroba school amonso Milo games competition we the whole Ghana omo win
wow
and yeah football na we mu dada what you say and
okay
adoba school for ne coach Bismarck no mo ka ho mass competition the course nyina ye bom abaso omo left the flag of turn on off high and so we are proud of that
okay
and you prepared to say best support to omo na bibia timakoso and Easter conventions Christmas affordable and then in Cronaba Municipal Methodist within the week and some more program be we support to Munyana and BBA Timakokama. Okay,
Doc, you better say and Anna Paybusan for Dr. Gideon Boakon, OBPMO, Ewatano North Constituency, or no NA Mashebejani, our hunting name Punim Puso, or no near Bonkum, that Doc as pass when ya Emre Edia Maye na Kojobani, Ewo, Cincinnati, Ohio, or Seven Country Docs, a washano. Pa
aka Cincinnati de amenchia USA MPP first national vice chairperson James Owusu oni kwajoba na mu na was Cincinnati na me krom fo bomafo a omo abrochiri America ko Cincinnati omo kwasua no kransa and Chama James on behalf of Boma youngsters and Bomafo waso mu America nyina yeda wase
okay so and a happy birthday to Agnes Taylor. Today marks your 70th birthday, son of Joe Samfo, CEO of Joe Samfo Group of Companies. Inti baby aye mame Agnes Taylor uwobia aye woba aye Joe Samfo se wedding fear dioson inti womawo happy birthday nyame wonhraw na onye wo kese pa so and a belated happy birthday enkoma Dr. Gideon Boakon we say every entry Siako Tescon president Datalink University Watema or say happy belated birthday to my hardworking MP Dr. Gideon Boakon, spokesperson for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. God bless you. Boma is proud of you. Tano North is proud of you. And the Ahafo region is proud of you. Inti messages are Abba Enono. So and a happy 40th birthday to Presbyter and YAF President Agnes Bafo of Gasameni Presby of Anko Spot M. New Achimota District, also senior nursing officer at Accra Psychiatric Hospital, Addiction Center. Life begins at 40. They say cheers to greatness, sis. From Odyssia Ruth Yurinchi, Superintendent Community Health Nurse, Salvation Army Medical Center, Aboman. Enti onene die no no so
birthday wish back we je man kakra nka menya asem enti nyame ya aduma wo chena the birthday of Ghana, your former chief fire officer ono aso na ye nkabo mu hene ene ya pesemaka hene e wodua nkwanta traditional area
okay
enti okofuruja Dr. Albert Brown Gezi ene mabusiafo nyina we show a happy birthday.
Okay.
And I be brave, and I'm so proud of him.
Okay.
And I wish him a happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Nana Gezi.
Okay.
Ebi ana party no man to me ama now they are checking.
Okay, Mami too. A glorious birthday to Janet Asari Champon, who is a member of the Luckiest PR team. Thanks. This is from your friend Randy Samuel of UTV, the assistant producer. Stay beautiful and blessed. And Janet Asari Champon, may assistant producer Randy Samuel of UTV say Odopa. Oh my happy birthday. Ebusia for say Brunye ebeye de. Ama Brunya numu aye de e de ama odia. Ene na meka for eye Lugosade e de ama ebusia for. Dr. Akasa Abre me mani bi na etimi a rejuvenate ne body no na na ho de ne timi akoso wo da sori obetimi abo bi de gu bo enti we say no eye kama pa 380 ml no ewo ho no ema enti num look said na emboa ne pedua no entimi enhyehye yie na wada sori na wo se wo honam no say ye wo style bi abusuen kwase mu tu kwantintin jigumu pe white chest na de fegum ukonyina na wo bo na tse me a me pa de enwunu bebre de utime no eye smooth at the mount look say festivity emu ayede enti won so jibi na emwa wo pa yeduru ha sei de na aboafo na meda wo mase asada kese enkoma part vintage se wa ba be ho ayefe na atade ehye wadwudwi ne kama enti mesrew ko na wo so part enjujubi enfama ko pe mo bawe top base a ehona part wo ko Instagram _part_vintage nsano adwuma ne bebre ewo honom enti wo so ko na koje watade na mitidie a possible makeover and beauty salon on a CC meeting who be Pimo Abeka Junction adjacent EcoBank and Abansro and so one pay a one possible a opesa makeup opesa a installation and there abbey a mu 3D a wood shade that me say possible but show ni na ama so why fe intimi so kona kodino pa E-Glory Ministries or all night a chato e wo afimu meso e koso nyame adoma eye ne ye nwumre epachoko ugopiemu ewo eye cement depot kasoa ubonse billboard ewo hono kama eye Reverend Richard Boateng nimfonyini eda so de fashe Google map nabo E-Glory Ministries edo be ko hono brani nyina ye him anyonto kukudam be baba ne bompaye ye fe ho nhye radensa fi ko ewiye no niema bebre ne wom nti yenyim pai na nyame nyina na nkonyumdie no woma na emra ye fanti ye bose ye nyame ye ne bompai na nyame nsutie yesu friend me to mensa e de afrel aseda kese enko enfama the entire crew e wachi gina pa amodi abome na wochi nyina mu maya de papa nyame enhira mo wa woje bra wo hweye me ma wo merry christmas in advance enti nyame tutu wana mo si ye mpaye me ya ma no bia wo kwa edi musuo ne esan bebre no nyame ntwe won san me ma no ma wo enko ho no mo da wonyi won fi musuo ene esan enyi nemu egusoa e wo bronya bosome mu na hye no so Adekye Nsroma wo honom e de maw enti nyame ademo chan critical issues ebeba sa so na eye nanwumre no eye entertainment United Showbiz enso e wo honom e monto so a ma wo fidie no so e na hana ne Sunday enwumre de asafo nyina ma me message jesi enso be sase na bedwafo atwetwe nkomo ne yenya afutuo ne efiefie mu nso etime e de aboaye pa anti hye no so safa ma me fa yakokese e ma me producer Prince Obimpe wa hwere eye ne yanti time no kasei wo voter region empotemu hodoma omoko akokra no kra brenti Prince nyame koso ankyekere woni abusua ni nyina re na won kam ho won tenenim enso emfam obibia so wa hye na de hye nyame kam ho na won kyekere mu nyina minim se me kromfo hwe me boma amai me domu nyina me kye mu nyina nso me dom bebe odumfo hu ye mobo wode eye adwada edom ya Adekye Nsroma wo honom emaw na sabridi mo somfo abina chei boache me na me no besom ye makra